Welcome to the show. All things Bulldogs. Here we go, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Blue and white pride. Bulldogs for life. Dogfather here. Gas by my side. Talking dogs tonight. Dogfather and Gas. Blue and white pride. All things Bulldogs. Footy talking ball. Dogfather and Gas. Bulldogs to the core. Bulldog spirit. Strong and true. Blue and white. Through and through. G-Day Doggies fans, welcome to the show. All things Bulldogs. Here we go, here we go. Hey, here we go. Hey,
G'day, Doggies fans, all things Bulldogs, episode 40, biggest game of the season coming up this year, and special guest as promised, we have Brave Dog, who, how are you, matey? How are you?
I'm good, fired up as always.
Good. We'll introduce you. You're here in the Raw. Not many people have seen you without the war paint on, so you're all naked in a good way. Luckily that myself and Gas aren't naked, I can tell you that much. But I'll speak for myself. Sorry, Gas, your star. But look, we're very excited to have you here today, mate. Obviously, Tuesday nights we get through a lot. We try to go through all the chats, but we are going to dedicate the first real chunk of this podcast to yourself and your story. We want to get to know who you are and behind the sort of face, the war paint and all that sort of thing, why you love the Dogs. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Roosters and the upcoming game. We'll get your thoughts on that. And as usual, we do have our spin the wheel. And more money's already come in, so thank you so much to Shawnee. Can tell with that beautiful car up there, he's contributed $15, and we had another $50 come in from Dave Miller. Brian's put his usual 10 in as well, and a bunch from others the other night. So once we get to 200, somebody will win their choice of merch. And I'll also open it up that you can customize. So you tell me what idea you want on a shirt or a jumper or something, and I'll make it happen. And I'll work with you to make it the best we can. But let's get into it. How you going, Gas?
Yeah, all going good, mate. Excited for this week. Looking forward to Allianz on Friday night. It's a special game for the Bulldogs because it could have two meanings for us. This game could be a pay it forward game for the Bulldogs. And what I mean by that is if we win this game, we potentially allow ourselves to have a game against Penrith later in the year where they may rest players because we've taken care of the minor premiership for them. That's how special this game is. We can be creating something for an avenue that makes it easier for us in the last few games. So that's how it's a big game. But at least for us, we get to see exactly where we're at. You know, every time we've had these questions, we've been answering them. So let's see how we go this week. But right now, I'm really excited to hear from Brave Dog. He's a great guy. He comes and stands next to us at the game, guys, in the kennel. Always does his boxing and everything. It's just exciting to have him around. He's full of life. I'm sure anyone who's been in the kennel, anywhere around where Brave Dog is, it's always a hoot. It's unbelievable. He's always the guy that gets the big cheer going and the bulldog cry. So, yeah, really excited to hear his story, guys. And if you've got any questions as well while we're talking to him, by all means, guys, you can throw them our way and we'll get to them when we can.
Beautiful. Well, I think let's get straight to it, guys. We'll get through a lot of stuff. We'll just say a quick hello to everyone, and then we'll introduce you to our wonderful guest. So, g'day, Mura Zenjin. He's been waiting for Sitili to come back finally. G'day to you, Tony. Tony smells an ambush, and he can't believe the odds. He does worry about the wingers of the Roosters, though, and all their whingers as well. Timmy has come on. Good evening, champion Dogfather Mick, legendary Don't Break Defence Gas, and to the bravest leader of men, good evening to Brave Dog, and a wonderful evening to my all things positive Bulldogs something family.
Podcast crew.
Podcast family. There you go. Mike Quill, g'day Doggies fans. Welcome to the show, All Things Bulldogs. Here we go. Here we go. I do singing lessons as well for those that are interested, $174 per hour. Mike's just getting all the lyrics out there for us. He'll have some stats for us later on. Dee's already got some good stats for us as well, which I think they're actually scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. So we've also got Mr. Incredible. Roosters pack looks weak compared to ours. Yep, I said it. Really good point, and I actually want to provide some content on that separately, but we'll probably talk about it tonight, and that'll do it for us. Mike's hoping that everyone's having a good evening and wants to see a lot of people at the Roosters game. Timmy's loving the forward pack. Knox Corvus is here. Simon Halabi. Scary's got the show on the road with $15. And g'day to Lockie, who's at every game as well. Anyone else? Old fella Dave, Sayed. We'll get through all those comments later. G'day to everybody who's already said hello on the show. Lots of people watching, which is good. The Kennel are back tonight, so wherever they've been, they've finally come back and showing their face, so good on to them. So we'll have people crossing over who are watching both and that sort of stuff. We'll come on later probably, but let's do it. Let's get to know. First of all, introduce yourself. Who are we speaking to today? Who is Brave Dog?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thank you guys for the opportunity to speak on your platform. You know, what I do, there's a lot of layers to it, and it needed a podcast, a genuine podcast, I will add, which is yours, to share that backstory so people understand. So I really appreciate, the opportunity, and just wanted to thank you for that first. So,
no problem at all. It's been a pleasure. I've sent you a few messages up probably over the last 12 months.
You have. You have.
I have. So, yeah, definitely.
And I'm sorry I've taken so long, but we're here now. So, look, I'm Alfio, and I'm the creator of Brave Dog. Brave Dog's a character with many layers. So, I guess, where did it all start? I think the best thing to kind of say first is that I was actually born in Canterbury. I was born in Canterbury. My brothers and my family were living in the area for pretty much at least 10 years for what I can remember. My parents came from Italy, and that was pretty much the area that they started a family. And then they moved. My mum moved to. My parents moved to the North Shore. So as a kid, when I was like, in my primary school days, I was living in the North Shore. And I'm giving you a bit of a backstory so then you kind of understand the context to where Brave Dog came about. So bear with me. So in the early 90s, my parents went through a pretty catastrophic event where they essentially lost all their assets. They went bankrupt. They went through some pretty severe hardships, and they decided to move back to where it all began. They moved back to the Canterbury area. And at the time I was about to start high school. So I was about 12 years old. And as a young fella, it was really traumatic, like essentially we lost the house, lost the business. If you're old enough, you know that during the early 1990s, interest rates went to like nearly 20%. It was known as the recession that that Australia had to have, as Paul Keating said, if you do remember back then. And my parents were the victim of that. Unfortunately, just luck didn't go their way. They lost business, house, and they decided to go back to Canterbury. I guess back to the roots, back to where it all began. And it was the Bulldogs community, the Belmore community specifically, including Campsie, because we moved to Campsie, you see. That was, I guess, like a saving grace for me, because the community helped me have like a sense of belonging. I felt lost, like we had this big house, we had, everything was in the right direction, and then we were hit by this event. And it was a time where I felt the community and what the Bulldogs is all about. People from all walks of life, coming together. That's what it's all about. That's what makes our club so special, that we've got people of all walks of life, right? All religions, so many cultures, so many backgrounds, young, old. And I just was hooked, like my brothers had already gone for the Bulldogs growing up when I was a kid, but it was only until we moved back to Canterbury that I could understand and appreciate the Bulldogs community. And in fact, my brother took me to my first Bulldogs game. It was 1994. It was the first final against Canberra, where we won by 1 point, if you remember. Yeah,
massive game.
Massive game at the old Sydney Football Stadium, which is now the Allianz Stadium. And from that moment, I was just hooked. I learned more about Terry Lamb, and then back then there was McCracken and Jason Hetherington. Like, they were the epitome of the Bulldogs. You think of the Bulldogs, you think of Terry Lamb and the people around him. Yeah. And I was hooked. I was hooked by the culture, the family club, resilience. And resilience for us as a family was so important back then. Like, we needed to have that resilience to move forward after what had happened. Yeah. So that was, I guess that's the first part of, I guess, my love for the club and the community.
Beautiful, mate. So Brave Dog himself, like, how did he come to be?
Yeah. So about 2011, I went through another difficult time, just had some personal challenges. And as a result, also a lot of my friends, they were getting married, they were starting families, and then essentially I was left going to the game by myself. You know what I mean? Because people get busy, people have kids, And as a creative, right? I'm a creative. I'm in the film. I'm in film industry. Like I do video and things like that. I always look at using my creativity to, I guess, overcome challenges in my life. That's just how I roll.
Yeah.
So I turned a negative into a positive, and Brave Dog essentially just came about by just bringing joy to other people, bringing joy to other fans. That was essentially the initial motivation. I put some face paint on. We're heading to Brookie. I think it was 2013.
Yep.
And I looked at my face and I just instantly thought, being brave. I've got to be brave. That was like my mantra: be brave, be brave, be brave. And then it was only like recently during that time I went through that personal challenge that I went through, and then it kind of evolved. And I went out there, and I just was, I was just motivated and driven by the reaction of everyone else, just getting on board, and like the reciprocation of other people, getting revved up. It was infectious. I loved it so much. So I kept turning up and, doing the Brave Dog thing, going out there and cheering. I guess it's me, but amplified. There's no, I've been approached and said, oh, it's just a gimmick, isn't it? No, it's not a gimmick. It's Alfio, but amplified.
Yeah.
It's the history and everything that the community means to me, but on another level, right? And over time, I'm going to be transparent. I copped a lot of flack on the forums. Like, it was around 2014, because in 2014, I'm not sure if you remember, but I won this competition with the Bulldogs where they wanted the craziest, fan to, present themselves and showcase their photos. And I did that as Brave Dog. And I had the pleasure and the honor of running the boys out in one of the games in 2014. That was the prize. And then from there, I got a lot of attention, but I also got a lot of negative comments about, who's this lunatic? Who's this crazy person? And I remember having a chat with my brother, and I was starting to get like very, fearful and just down about it. I took it personally, you know what I mean? Like, I'm out there trying to rev people up, but then, I believe when people don't understand something, they tend to not be nice about it, And I always try and have that level of empathy because people just don't understand. And over time, people realize that, man, I'm just one of you. I'm just one of you. I'm not some guy on an agenda. And people started to warm up, and I just kept turning up. And that's where the whole turning up thing, that's how the mental health advocacy developed. That idea that putting myself out there, like, having the courage to just go out there and cheer the boys on, be loud and proud. Obviously, there is a level of lunacy there.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I'm gonna own it, but I'm here I am here to make it create attention, but the attention is driven towards a very important message.
Well, that brings us.
Yeah, go on.
That brings us to your passion and purpose, which I think this will link in directly. So.
Yeah, so my passion and purpose is to promote positive mindsets. We're living, especially now, we're living in an age where there's a lot of uncertainty. People are doing it tough, but it's been the case for forever. I mean, people go through shit all the time.
Yep.
And I just find a lot of joy if I can bring even just one person a smile by. Look, people know when Brave Dog's around, it's all about laughter. It's about, like, even with fans of opposition, whoever it is, Roosters, Broncos, even Parramatta, we're all one community. We're all human, what happens on the field, what happens in the stadium stays there. And after that, we're all human. And that's the message I'm trying to put out there, is that positive mindsets and that we're not alone. We're not alone. And I'm want to kind of use this platform, this attention, to raise awareness for, in particular, Lifeline. I think Lifeline is an amazing organisation. I've used Lifeline myself years ago, and to start conversations, more conversations. This is why through Brave Dog I go around asking people, what does it mean for you to be brave? Starting conversations. Like, for me to be brave is I've had a lady say to me, overcome domestic violence, and then she opened up. Like, it's special. It's awesome. And that's my drive, so.
That's beautiful, mate. Look, you got any questions around that, Gas?
No, mate, it's great to see. And for all those people at the game that see when Brave Dog does come around, there's always that high level of excitement, that energy. It's there is that purpose behind it. There is that in-depth. And I've been very fortunate that whenever Brave Dog comes around, we do have a chat, and we catch up, and it's more than just we're both bouncing around with banners and face paint. It's more about the camaraderie and the team and the family spirit, and I felt that, which is why I asked Brave Dog as well to come on and tell his story, because it's important that everyone gets behind all of our characters that are out there, that do what they do, because everyone's got a purpose, everyone's got a meaning, everyone's got something, and everyone's got their own level of determination and support and everything else. Like every one of you that comes on tonight and every night and watches and supports and throws your comments, you've all got a level, and it's just what you can do, and it's your exit. For me, I find it an exit for everything. Whatever you've got in your life, whatever you've got in your work, whatever you've got challenges, for me, whatever I've got in my life, when I'm on here, I push it all aside and I just have fun and I enjoy it. When I'm at the games, I enjoy it. It's your release. You need to have that in life, everyone. You can't just be always down, which is why, and you guys call us All Things Positive, is because you have to have that avenue to keep things, okay, this is a sport. This is a game that we all love. We have to appreciate it, understand it, and be relative to it. So Brave Dog, typifies that and does at his level in what he can do, and he goes up and beyond, with what he does, and puts himself into that persona to be that person as well. It's not for everyone, but it takes. You need to be brave to do it, guys, and he is to do that as well, and to even come on tonight without his face paint, without his paraphernalia, is brave in itself as well, and tell his story. So it's
that's
beautiful, guys.
Yeah, but I've got to say, bravery is with everyone. I truly believe everyone is brave in their own special.
On this sort of new, it's like an armor,
alter ego, yeah.
This alter ego, and as you watch, we don't hardly talk. They just come and watch this, and then talk to me about it. Oh, like when you did that, blah blah blah, and that. I'm like, I can't even believe you watch. You don't even go for the Bulldogs. But anyway, I want to make this more about you, but also sharing some stuff. So thank you for sharing that background, because it really gives us, I think a lot of us have a story around why we support the Bulldogs. And for some of us, it does go it's deeply ingrained in us. And it's, you see each other in the crowd. I know when I'm looking on the TV, Alfie, sorry, Alfie.
Alfie's fine, yeah.
Alfie, yeah. I know when I'm looking on the TV and I can see your eyes looking at the TV, I sort of see something I resonate with. Not just a character, but I love it. And I love the Braveheart movie as well. There's so much passion and pride in the whole thing. And I've been a big fan for a long time, and I'm sort of fanboying right now. But let's talk about some good stuff about supporting the Bulldogs. What is your favourite memory when it comes to the Bulldogs? And maybe it hasn't happened yet, but so far, what's your favourite memory when it comes to the Bulldogs?
It comes down
to favourite.
Yeah, well, probably the most recent, which is this bit. It's been a while now, but it's 2004 grand final. I was there. And yeah, I think it was Crocker when he was tackled by Andrew Ryan. Crocker was actually running towards us, in our direction. And when Andrew Ryan made that tackle, it was just, man, I'll never forget that. The feeling of like winning, especially after everything we went through in those last 2 years. Man, epic. Yeah, I would say probably 2004. Second, I would say, or even like maybe Parb, 1995 grand final. What's supposed to be Terry Lamb's last match, but wasn't. That was special. Yeah.
He should have got Clive Churchill on that day. And I love Jim Dimmick, was one of my favourite players. And you know, I was hoping he would have been the coach one day as well. But you know,
that's business, eh?
That's it.
Yeah.
Terry was amazing that day. He just tackled anything that moved and was a part of everything that happened.
Smart footballer, such a smart footballer. Yeah.
And I still think he's underrated. Like, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, and he gets a lot of credit. And one thing about Terry, I'd say you would have shaken his hand before, but I've never seen a bloke look around when I'm walking into Belmore and he's literally looking to get eye contact with people to shake their hand and stuff.
It's true. It's actually true.
And, and my brother has actually had a really good couple of times with Terry Lamb. And I'm not going to do any of that. What do they call that when you name drop everything? But yeah, he just said he's the best bloke. He spent, it wasn't, I think it was last year. No, the year, but no, it was last year. It was when West played Newtown. They have an old boys day in New South Wales Cup. And he managed to spend the whole afternoon and evening with Terry, which he
top bloke. Top bloke.
The best blokes. What's one of your toughest and worst memories? There'd be a lot of them as well, but
there's a few.
There's a few.
Yeah, I would say that post-Desi period was just, I'm sure you can share my thoughts on that as well, but that was tough. And then on top of that, we had the lockdowns, which was just compounding, you know. But it just goes to show that, you know, how resilient we are, us fans, that we've come out on the other end after that period. It was tough. And I know everyone feels, all the fans felt the same way. It was a really tough period. I have mixed feelings about that Desi era. I'm not going to talk about it now, but we can go offline. But that was, probably the toughest time for me.
Who's your favourite players? You can give me a couple of different eras if you like.
Yeah, we spoke about Terry Lamb. Yeah, Terry Lamb was my all-time favourite, growing up. Who else? So many to choose, eh? I mean, for his loyalty, Josh Jackson.
Yep.
You know, he wasn't the most, you know, he didn't necessarily have the X factor, you know, but he was just a typical hard-working bulldog. He was loyal, you know. He just
doing great things as a coach.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. I used to love Dale Halligan as well, by the way. He's just the freak. He's the freak. And of course, I almost forgot, my God, El Masri. El Masri. Champion.
El Magic.
Yeah.
Beautiful El Magic. Current rebuild. And I'm still calling it a rebuild because I understand the mentality behind everything. I'm invested in it. I've been from day one, and I know about having to build new foundations in order to make something again, not just knock the roof off and expect it to hold together when it's broken. What are your feelings on how it's been progressing?
Look, firstly, I'm far from diving as deep as you guys, especially, I've heard a lot of your commentary, Gas, and it's quite impressive. I will say, just preface that, especially the last 5 years, I've just been so consumed and I haven't really dived into things in detail. But from face value, I know a lot of management and people saying the same thing. I do believe we are heading in the right direction. It's a bit like the way I see it. It's a bit like how the stock market works, right? It has its peaks and troughs, right? But it's still rising, so it will drop and then rise and drop and rise. I think
that's my favorite analogy, by the way, and I use that consistently. So
yeah, like I don't know,
that's a really good alignment there because.
Yeah, we've come a long way as well. Like, we're talking about that period where we were shit, man. Come on. We were freaking as a team, it was pretty bad, And it's not like the players are shit, it's just that things weren't gelling, the recruitment wasn't right, things just weren't working our way. I think culture as well plays a massive part. Just there's layers. Like it comes from the top down, like your CEO, your management, your coaching staff, the culture, everything has to gel, and everything was out like 5-6 years ago, right? So we've come a long way. We're coming last or around last consecutively. I think we got the wooden spoon once and we came second last twice. Anyway, it was a terrible period. So we've come a long way from that, and I think we're going in the right direction. So to answer your question, I think my feelings are moving forward. I think that the biggest puzzle, if you like, that the club needs to and knows that has to solve is the halves. Once the halves is set in stone and there's clarity there, man. But there's signs there. And look, I'm going to cop a little bit of criticism, maybe some agreements, but I like Galvin. I think Galvin's a great player. He's very young, and I think we just need to give him some more time. And he's just always fucking getting in there. Like he's trying so hard. Yep. You can't dispute that.
No.
He is a first receiver, I think, right? He's a natural number 6, right? Is that right?
Oh, he's a natural. I think he's just in the position until we develop someone better for it,
exactly.
Or have someone ready.
Exactly.
And that's why I call it the current rebuild, because we are still rebuilding this team, and this is what was the message we sort of give to the fan base, is that we are still trying to develop, to turn our club back to what it used to be, where we fill it with a lot of local juniors or people that Bullfrog Moor would bring people from all over the country to fall under the family club banner in our multicultural society that we talk about. And they would be the players that would play for the team and bring that authentic drive and will and fight. And we lost all that because as it become more of a business and player managers getting power and stuff, a lot of our younger kids, when we were struggling, were leaving or wanting money to stay. And that made it even harder, because you go to a place like Penrith, they've got about 20 football teams of talented kids who would play for nothing just to be in that side. And we've got to get to that. Yeah. And to get that. And we do have people who are that passionate about our club, but that's what that's why I still say it's a rebuild, because everything the way it is now that we sort of love and we fall in love with when we get results is not how it's going to look when I believe we're going to be the team that we all desire and are expecting. But I will say I love the mindset of the current mob, and they're determined to prove a lot of people wrong. And that's an amazing. They've got a lot of self-belief and have copped a lot of flack. So the current state of the club, like, have you, what do you love most about it, and what do you think the opportunities are outside of on the field? What do you think that, from what you've known or had any experience with or whatever, that do you believe the club could improve, areas they can improve on as well?
So are we talking about like on the field in terms of performance or everything?
Pretty much off the field as well, like the club as a whole club.
Yeah. Look, I might sound a little biased, and doesn't necessarily need to be about Brave Dog at all. It's not. It's never about Brave Dog. Brave Dog's just really a driver of it. But we'd love to see more campaigns around mental health.
Yep.
And I like to invite that, extend that invitation to the whole NRL. I think there needs to be a lot more. But looking at the Bulldogs, I think there's a massive opportunity there, because again, you've got a beautiful community of people, people of all walks of life, a lot of working class, people that are migrants, people that have come from stricken countries, oppressed countries, or not oppressed country, but oppressed governments or whatever. They've come from hardship. And I think there's an opportunity. Look, I'm not saying the club hasn't, but I think that there could be a lot more done around mental health. So whatever that looks like, we've collaborated on a few things, but I would love to see. And again, Brave Dog doesn't have to be involved, and never really is. It's just really a driver for the message. But I think in terms of management, I think there's a lot of positives there. I see a lot of comments about Gould this and Gould that. I mean, look, the guy is, he brings a wealth of knowledge. There's no doubt about that. Whether he's making the wrong decisions for our club or for the club, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in his position. It's making some tough decisions there, but I think they've come a long way in terms of, CEOs doing great things. I can see the culture is a lot more positive from where I can see it. And I mean, I don't have special access to, management and what they're doing, inside. But from what I can see, it also reflects on the field. You can see that once they get their confidence, once, there's a period where, I mean, we've been unlucky this year with injuries, right? But when we've got a streak of luck when it comes to injuries or lack of or no injuries, once the team has that self-belief, which is, we're seeing that now come back, as you've mentioned, that's what I love. That's the current state of the club, where I can see that. What I love so much is that old Bulldog grit. It's there.
Yep.
Like, it's just never say die. They just keep going, like with their defense. And if you've noticed, and I saw this, this is not my analysis, so I'm not going to take it, but I saw someone, I don't know who it is, I can't give credit, so I apologize, but he's on TikTok, and he mentioned that in the last, I don't know how many weeks, the last few weeks, correct me if I'm wrong, if I read it wrong or heard it wrong, but our giving away penalties has decreased by 50%. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like giving away
that's true. Massively.
Exactly. And that creates, that's a massive impact on results, in terms of the meters that you make, giving away possession. You keep giving away possession, well, you lose games, quite simply. So, current state of the club, to answer your question, I can see the desire. It's there. There is something special about this team. I can see it, especially compared to 5-6 years ago. I think everything was just all over the place, but now it's looking good.
That's beautiful, mate. Loving that. Look, let's go to some chats, and then we'll get your thoughts on a couple of things, and because I know we don't have you for the full time tonight. You've got things that you must do as a proud father. I'm a proud father as well. Not talking.
How old are your kids, mate?
I've got a 14-year-old daughter, a 19-year-old son, a 22-year-old son, and a 24-year-old son.
All right, we'll have to exchange some notes offline.
Oh, you don't want to ask me. No, but you can learn from my mistakes potentially. What not to do. But look, I've loved listening to that, Alfio. That's wonderful. We've got about 37 unanswered comments to come through, so they might mention some stuff. I'm not sure. We'll have some questions for you. But look, there's some things we want to do as well. So, and we'll promote that as we go along. I'm looking at somehow using, like, helping. Obviously, you talked about Lifeline there. So, we've already supported 2 charities this year, Walking for Autism and mental health for veterans. My son's gone to the Navy, and kids, I think, young men and women between 24 and 37, the number one people that are committing suicide are ex-veterans. People have been to war and stuff like that. So it was way bigger than I had any idea about, and that's what I mean. Awareness is everything, right?
Yeah.
And everybody on this channel got behind it so much. The All Things Bulldogs community raised over, I think, $1,500, something like that. So just massive. And so there's ways that in our people, we're happy to help. So look, we're doing some shirts now. We can come up with some Brave Dog images, some banners, anything that we can do, and donate most of the profits to that as well. We'll work that with you offline, and I'm sure the people.
Amazing.
Because look, I was even thinking, I know you're busy, like you don't get to go to all the games and stuff, and like I'm thinking a flag that has you on there, so that you're always at the game. Because it's funny, like on the because I watch a lot of TV because I'm in Brisbane. I just can't afford. I've got to go to work. So when I see Gas's banner, like it's the highlight of my day. Apart from watching the footy and stuff. And then, you see you in the stands as well when they just go past you. It's just massive, I just love it. And I'm so appreciative of what you've done to do that, because I know the balls it takes and the pleasure it brings people. And when just watching some of the videos you've done as well, just seeing the happiness of the crowd around you, as Gas was talking about, is what it's all about. You are actually bringing entertainment to the crowd, and making it a better experience. Like knowing that you're going to be there makes it better for people. And just so appreciative of you. So thank you.
Thanks, mate. No, thanks, mate.
And I know Gas feels the same. And when Gas said he'd be talking to you and then he's asked you to come on the show, I'm like, oh, thank you. I was just about to tell you to do that. Do you want to go through some chats, Gas? Because I've been talking the whole time.
No worries. So Rex saying everyone's pumped up in the comments at the start. So Timmy saying we love you, Brave Dog. Still remember the time, I'm guessing you ate a raw eel?
Fuck.
Okay. Any truth to that?
Man, I got in trouble for that.
Oh, no.
I got in trouble. I won't give you the details, but I got in trouble for that.
G'day,
there
Brian. We're going to beat the Roosters. That's it. Scary's on call this week in the tow truck. Hopes to God wherever he gets sent on Friday, he's got phone service to listen to the game. We got a supporter there, Massimilio Friendo, donated some money on a super chat. G'day, Aki. Aki's down with a virus. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Getting ready for the city to surf on Sunday.
G'day, Aki.
There we go. Abs.
Thanks, Abs.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Well, where'd they go for 4 weeks? Tell me that much.
That's all right. They only come out when we lose.
They said we weren't going to win another game before the Titans game.
Yeah.
Great supporters. Anyway.
They love your vocals, Mick. You should be on The Voice, they're saying, mate.
This is The Voice.
First time Sitili's playing against his former club.
Really?
Yeah.
He was injured last night.
Okay.
Timmy keeps hearing from me not to encourage Michael when he's singing. There you go. Dave is saying Brave Dog is in the house. Welcome. They were asking, there's 100 kids running around somewhere. Are they yours, Brave Dog? And I think I answered them. And I think Knox Corvus is saying you're the reverse of him. He was born in the North Shore and moved to Wiley Park.
There you go.
There you go.
Shoei's a Kempsey boy.
I am Kempsey boy.
There you
Up
go.
the Kempsey boys.
That's it. Long live Kempsey Street. That's it.
Yeah.
Guess what, Bay? I think I think the Bay's already sold out. I think
It is sold out. Yeah.
Yeah, all the Bulldog Bays. But wherever you go, there's going to be a big splattering of Bulldog supporters everywhere. So just mix yourself up, get yourself in there. I think tickets start for juniors as low as $25, and then they go up depending on where you want to sit. Walking over the bridge and down the lane to Belmore Oval, yeah, they were the good old days.
Yep.
Good on you, Alfio. You're an inspiration to us all, brother. Do you get on well with Scotty Schultz? He dresses up as a Joker. Yeah, we do catch up, Timmy.
Yeah.
We always catch up before the game. We have a chat together.
Yeah.
All the characters catch up. I love the gamble awareness ad that you do. Guys, if you haven't seen it at the game, they play it usually during the game. Brave Dogs there, guys. Showy, all my uncles were brought up in Kempsey in the 70s. Bill's Femme for Life. There you
G'day,
go.
Bill.
No, bet I know them all, yes. There's the address for anyone who's not sure. If you want to still go there, probably someone else living there now. Brave Dog.
Is that Darbas Lawyers? Is that the Darbas Lawyers?
I'm not sure, mate. They're a big family, the Darbas. So,
Oh, yeah.
used to be some Darbasses in Tilapia Street too. Alex Krill saying Brave Dog in and out of the costume. That's it. Well said. Grew up in Canterbury too. Love that I could walk to Belmore Oval. Yeah, we all of us love. And I think we had some stream dropping connection issues there. Not sure, guys, if that's all okay now. It's not theirs, it's ours. Okay, no worries. G'day, Prostay. Love Your Brave Dog by Alias. Who's this? Alice Adam. There you go.
Much love to you all.
And Sam, is this a Waz fan stream? I mean, you know, what gave it away? How could you tell?
We love the Waz. We love the Waz.
It's your year. That's it.
We love the Waz.
That's
Best
it.
supporters outside of the Dogs.
Turvey was the favourite. Before him, it was Gary Dowling. Lamb was the most talented player ever was in SBW. So there's and Joby, welcome. Hey guys, love hearing from you, Brave Dog. Always love the outfit. There you go. There's a lot of stories I heard about the Kempsey pub back in the days. A lot of fun back then. Some of those are very R-rated. The most natural talent player we ever had was St. Christopher's Shifty Sherwin. What a class player he was.
Love him.
That's it, guys. All Kempsey. There was a CD doing the rounds of 2004 season highlights. Watch it, how unbelievable Shifty was that year, creating tries. Haslam must have scored about 20 tries that year. I think he managed 16 in that premiership year. I said there's not enough around mental illness, and it's all the clubs need to be better. SMK agrees with you, mate. Well done. Yeah. Bulldog Mike, leaf pass mate. Next time, mate. You're going to bring a leaf pass if you're late. Sorry, buddy. Next year will be our year. Look, I've not given up on this year yet. I don't know about you, but I've not given up on this year yet.
G'day, Glenn. Welcome, mate.
Yep. Proud father here, and they won't bloody move out. Old fella Dave. That's all right, mate. That's all right. It's better than being alone, mate. Timmy, I'll hold a flag with Brave Dog on it to support the mental health awareness you do. There you go, mate. There's a person ready to support. Beautiful
tip. Well, we're going to get one done up for Gas to take to the games, mate. So, but Alfio is going to approve it before we do it. I've got a big empty spot on the back of my banner. I'm looking to have it alternating as well. So, oh wow, two different things. So yeah, so good idea. Yep, I've been thinking about that for a while. There's some free space there, ready to go. Great show, boys. Would it be fair to say that the 17 named for the Roosters game are the best the Bulldogs have named in a decade? Ooh. Yeah, let's say that. Let's say it. Yeah. Put the I'm fear not going to debate that. Put Bloody the fear up the Roosters. Thank you, Michael. All the Michaels on this who come on here, like we've got so many of them. They're all great blokes. All better than me. Michael, old Bulldog Mike, champion Mike. There you go. I've got Mike
Poor Aki, hope you get better. Also woke up with a fever this morning. I'm trying to get better by the time Friday rolls around. Yes, that's it, guys. Hopefully just rest up, get plenty of sleep.
G'day, Peter.
G'day, Pete. Up the doggies. That's it, mate.
Bronson Xerri he's back. He's named in the 19, mate.
That's
you might
right.
get to see the goat again. We'll see.
There's a question for you from Brian, one of our loyal supporters, mate. Who is your favourite in our girls' side?
I can't answer that because I haven't been following it. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. So I don't know.
That's it, guys.
And look, I don't do much on the girls. We talk about it. I'm sure we will. But I really enjoy watching them play on the weekend.
Definitely not by choice. Just I'm so consumed these days. But yeah, I just kind of get results here and there. But I haven't dived. Maybe this is like a little an indication to be a little bit more proactive. So I will.
Well, next time you come on, you're going to give us a full wrap of the girls team, mate. You got some homework to do.
And old fella Dave is saying, let's get some Brave Dog banner going. There you go.
Beautiful.
Boys, are you hearing anything about Teddy? I think they might rest him for Penrith the following week. Well, he's been named as captain in the starting team, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a late switcheroo that happens there as well.
Well, didn't he have a moon boot on the other day?
Yeah. There was he has been carrying it for a while. He's been trying to rest it, so it's going to be interesting to see whether they take the chance against the Dogs or whether they feel like they want to get it ready for the following game against Penrith. And it is going to be important for them to play the Panthers because the record against them in the last how many years has been horrendous. So that's been their downfall. All those big games against Penrith and the Storm, their record has been horrible. So they would want to get some confidence there leading into the finals. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. Look, how far can you go after scoring 82 points against the team? It's mentally to lift. It's going to be so hard. And, we've got Atkins for this week, guys. So, it's going to be a challenge for us. He's not exactly, G, but he's not sudden. So, we're going to have to lift our level as well from what we've been doing, and then keep, what we did well the other day was we kept our patience, guys, even against all the adversity that we had in the game. Yeah. What they did, what the ref did, we were ready and didn't drop our heads, and that was very, very important. And that got us through the game and kept us coming out, scoring the last 4 tries. It shows you how we finished. So, been struggling with a sore throat myself. Yep. Good day, Timmy. Rest up, buddy. Guys, did you see that tackle by the Broncos on she's referred straight to the judiciary. So
that's tonight, isn't it?
That's tonight, yeah. So not sure, but I still, looking at it, do not understand why that wasn't a send-off.
That's got to be a send-off.
You've seen it on the replay. If you're good enough to put them in the bin, that's a send-off every day of the week, and the judiciary will probably show that. Thank you, Timmy. We haven't heard yet, mate. If something comes up, we'll let you know. And there you go. Everyone's got the virus, but no worries. What else have you got there for Brave Dog Mick?
So what's coming up? What have you got any plans? A game you're definitely going to? Are you going to the Roosters game this week?
Yeah, I am. I've got my ticket. There's a small chance I won't, only because the missus is not well. So, and we've got 2 kids, and one of them's not 100% either. But I've got my ticket, so I'm planning to go. So I should be there. Brave Dog will be there. But my plans with Brave Dog, I've got a podcast. There's a few things I'm doing. So I've got a podcast called Brave Tales, where it's not directly about Brave Dog. It's basically bringing people on the platform to talk about lived experience, so mental health awareness, and also natural remedies. So that I'm building that, and with Brave Dog, I'm looking to build that to the point where I would also like to create some merchandise. And it's funny that you brought up, not funny, but the timing's actually fantastic. You mentioned having merchandise and then donating a portion of that to, charities like Lifeline.
Yep.
That's on the cards. So great timing. We can collaborate. Basically continuing to create content around mental health awareness, interviewing people, what does it mean for them to be brave, and just building a library. And it's going to be an ongoing thing, and I'm just going to continue chipping away at it. Like many of you, I've got a family to support, and I've got work and things like that. So I'm just basically chipping away, like you guys are.
Yep.
This is your baby, your passion, your pursuit, your mission. So, but you've also got other endeavors. You got family, you got commitments, whatever it is. So, life, yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's generally my plan, is to continue.
Well, look, we've got we'd be very happy to share on our pages links to your podcasts. Admins of quite a few groups. And even though it's about other things, we often support the community, and you are part of the community. The Bulldogs is not just Canterbury, though, is it? It's a massive brand that, you go in a different. It's not just the random South fan that you see. You see Bulldog jerseys all over the world, and there's a reason for that, because it resonates so strongly. And so it's about community, it's about family, and where you can help your community and family, you do. Which is why I always say, your players sometimes are going to have an off day, just like your family. Yep. Do you turn your back on them and tell everyone how shit they are, and put your house on the fact that they're the worst player and they're not going to get any better, or do you actually back them? Today I got someone had a crack at me because I said that Bailey Hayward will become a Bulldogs great, and he's like, no, he definitely won't be. He's hopeless, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'd rather be wrong about him being a great than right about him not being any good.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
That's the difference between me and a lot of people. And well, the people, this community, we say no to as many people as we say yes to. And the community now decides if there's people that they don't want on here. Someone said, "Oh, we're an echo chamber." I said, "Yeah, we're an echo chamber of support. We are a cult of support. It's not the government. It's our club. It's our family. It's our legacy. It's more. I'm a member because I pay a membership for the memories as much as what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a special group of the Canterbury-Bankstown Bulldogs community, and I
couldn't agree more. Look, at the end of the day, there's a difference between intending to put in a poor performance. That could be poor attitude. We've had players with poor attitude. We've had players. There's no mistake about that, and they've been called out and they've been dealt with and then moved on. I don't need to name any names, right? But there's a difference between that and, like you said, a player not having a great day. And yes, it is okay to be constructive about it and then call it for what it is. Yep. Yeah, there was drop ball, there was just a lack of intensity, whatever it may be. But then attacking on a personal level, man, I see it heaps on the chats. It's just, it's not on.
Not on.
It's not on. That's it. Like, they've got families, they're people, they're humans. But I'm all for, go to town on the performance, go to town on that could be better. Team. On the team. I think it was the last episode, you made your comments about Gas, you made your comments about Connor Tracy about, that he probably should have passed the ball out a little bit sooner or sooner. And then you disagreed, and you had a very kind of healthy mini debate there. You had your thoughts, you were criticising what he was doing, but not him as a person. So, I mean, look, it goes without saying, I'm sure people listening this podcast, they're all reasonable people, fans. But I have to say that because that's one thing that just I hope and there'll be a lot less of that, because I'm sure you agree. I actually get concerned with the well-being of players. People think they're invincible. They're not.
No.
They think they're on a pedestal. They're like this figure. They're like, they're tough. They are tough players, but you know what? They're human. They've got emotional struggles, just like everyone else. They're just like you and me.
Yep.
So don't think for a second that certain players, like it affects it. I can pretty much guarantee that these comments, if they do reach players, it can affect them. But obviously it's their responsibility as professionals to be resilient about it and just dust it off.
Well, Adam Drewissi's they said in the last 12 months, they've gone from having one sort of full-time equivalent to handle mental health to having six full-time staff to help players and coaches and staff with mental health. So they are definitely finding that it is a need, and investing in that is actually rewarding for the club. Like it's an investment in people sort of managing mental health as if someone's got a broken arm. Like if you got a broken arm, people look at you and go, "Oh, poor thing, you got a broken arm." But if you say, "Oh, I'm really, really depressed," people sort of say, "Oh, harden up." They don't tell you to harden up when you got a broken arm, but you're broken there's a fracture there that needs some help, and it's not being. It doesn't mean you're not resilient or you're not tough or you're not strong, and it's individual to the person. So, yeah, the fact that there's recognition of it is a really good start. I know the Pack Mentality podcast with Matt Addard is doing a lot in that space as well. So you might be able to collaborate with him as well, because he's definitely doing some stuff on mental health. Like that's one of the sort of frameworks of what they do as well. But all from a football point of view, you're actually going to go further into strategies and tools and resources on how to help people, which is, I think, the next step and what we need to see more of as well out there. So we're happy to support that as best that we can.
Oh, that's amazing. No, thank you. Thank you, guys.
No worries. And just confirming, she did get 3 weeks suspension. They had to delay the process because one of the judiciary members was a commentator during the game, so they had to roll in Henry Perenara through a video link. That's why there was a delay there, but they've got the result: 3 weeks suspension. There you go.
Seems a bit light from what I haven't seen it, but seems a bit light from what you described. I've got to make some time, have a look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't think it was deliberate, but it went wrong and it's careless. And she's kind of like hoisted someone onto their head. Yeah. Our halfback.
No. Use that as an opportunity to fix up the technique, you know what I mean? Or lack of.
That's it.
Well, before I let you guys go, was there any other questions?
Peter Bulldogs is saying hello to you.
Peter Bulldog. He's always got a bright smile on his face in the kennel. He's just he's just a vibrant kid. Awesome. Love your passion, mate.
Awesome. Yeah, we all love Pete. I follow Pete on Instagram and watch all his videos and his dances and he's meeting a lot of the players too. So he's got some great content
on there.
Always says hello. Always says hello. Yep, up and down that walk. Yeah.
Any tips this weekend? Alfio, who's going to win and why and by how much?
Dogs by 50.
That's it.
No, I think, serious note, I'm not just saying this. I really believe the Dogs can do it. I think the boys can do it. I really think it'll be tight, probably like 2 points, something like that. If their discipline is great, okay. So if they get that right, the discipline. Don't give away penalties and continue with that hunger and do the simple things right. man, they've got the artillery. Look at their squad. Pretty good, man.
It is. Is it the best squad in the last 10 years? I think potentially.
100%. Yeah.
Initially, I thought, I was like, I don't know about that. But then when you think about it, yeah.
Well, times were lean in the last 10 years. So, collectively, this is the most connected team that we've got and in form as well, all in one. So everyone's doing their job. And really, if you had to say, okay, who would you drop from the team? I think we'd all struggle. Take someone out of the back line for me if you had to. You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
The forwards as well. They're all firing. The second rowers, no matter which way you look at it, everyone's, and even now that you've got Sitili back, you've got 6 players to choose from on the bench, and you're sitting there scratching your head. And you go, what do I do? It is
That's a great place to be.
Lads, if you're watching, get in there. You can beat them. All right, believe, back each other up, get the job done. Let's go, Dogs.
Let's go, Dogs.
There's a message there from Mr. CBB. He said, as a kid, you let him hold one of your props. You think it was a sword, maybe, at Brookvale.
An all-time memory.
Sword stays on. I actually got a real sword. I shouldn't say that. Anyway.
And there's a message here as well, just for you before you go. In 2000, Xerri lost his first long-term girlfriend of 7 years from his class. From his and through a car accident, and I've had my fair share of dark days, and will always support anything to do with mental health. And a few of the others always support mental health. I've personally gone through it, and my loved ones. It's there's a lot of people that support your cause, mate, and have had all their own experiences as well.
Yeah,
awesome.
So
good job, mate. Good job. Keep it going, everyone.
Thank you guys. I'll let you go. Thank you again for the opportunity. Love what you're doing. Keep it up, and catch you next time.
Can't wait to see you at the game, and we'll definitely keep in contact, and I'll speak to you shortly. Thank you so much for coming on.
See you Friday, mate. See you Friday.
And we will see you Friday on the TV.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Come on.
That's it.
Let's go. See you, mate. Well, there you go, guys. Thank you to everyone who's been watching and been very patient. We got through a lot, and it was great to hear the story of Brave Dog and where he came from. And hope everyone thoroughly enjoyed that. We've got a lot to talk about still tonight, guys. We're going to talk about how this Bulldogs team are going to win, and I'm going to make some pretty big statements. D has been providing a lot of we've been having some really good constructive chats and provided me a lot of information as well that I'm going to share as to why we are one of the best teams in the comp right now. And we're about to go and prove that on Friday night. And look, that's not us getting ahead of myself and gloating and we should win by this. I'm sure I'm going to be proud of our team, win, lose or draw on Friday. That's what I'm hoping. And there's definitely lots of statistics to back up what we've got to say at the moment. And I think one of the things that Brave Dog just said around we've got that grit back, that toughness back, it's definitely there. It was always coming. It was always developing. For this season, we talked about it a long time. And what have we won? 7 or 8 of our last 9, something like that.
Yep.
That's never easy in the NRL to do that. We're probably, if there was a ladder over that 9 weeks, we're probably coming second or in the top 3 or 4 teams in the comp. So obviously still a long way to go. It can all go pear-shaped as quick as it's, just like that. The Cowboys 1 minute a plus minus 28 and now they're minus 95 in one game or something. It can all slip away on a bad day. But I don't think the Bulldogs will be allowing 80 points to be scored against them come this week, no matter who the referee is. And very proud of our team. And we're going to talk about our forward pack and how good they are actually going. And we've also going to look at, you know, the lineups and how we think this team will line up come Friday night. Gas, do you want to go through a few more of the chats, and I'll get the team lists and stuff up while we do that?
No worries. The boys were referring. Brian was saying the girl season is short. He doesn't think she'll get 3. Then he corrected to say that in reading he saw there was 3, as we've discussed. Lakeside, growing up in Bankstown, I bleed blue and white. I moved away in the late 80s, but the Bulldogs are in my DNA. I absolutely love that club. Glenn Castle, I didn't get how fans will. I don't get how fans will bag the players. They want to win just as much as us. They put their bodies on the line 100%, mate. It's frustrating, mate, to see.
Up
Patrick El Katrib, up the doggies. Welcome. Social media has become an anti-social media. The players live and breathe our team and never should be bagged. That's right.
100%.
Snopsy Sitili is massive for us. Got me pumped. Yes,
G'day,
you're not
Snopsy.
Alone.
Latest cartel member.
Yep, Brighamshaw, she copped 3 weeks.
Thank you, Tony.
Light because they only play 9 or 10 games. Yeah, it's a small season. Looking forward to the switch over to the Kennel membership next year. I had to read that fully to make sure I knew what you were saying there, mate. Switching to the Kennel. Yeah, mate. Come onto the dark side, mate. That's where all the fun is. I raise money for Black Dog every year for my birthday. There you go. Good job.
It's a great idea.
Lockie saying 1 game at a time. Just need to keep getting those wins. That's up. No, we're not getting ahead of ourselves, mate. We are taking it 1 game at a time. So it's all good. Thanks. He's a legend, mate.
Brave Dog.
He's awesome out there, top bloke. Yeah, and he always gives his time, guys, when he stands and has a chat to you if you see him out there as well. Thanks for the support, guys. Hey, Matty Warren, Mr. Kickoff, like Marty Bella. Yeah. Well, we didn't lose the grand final because of it, mate. We're still here.
Matty, you'll have to go rewatch Brave Dog and his interview. It was really good.
That's it. Praying for Hines to miss a goal soon. Well, he's only got 3 more, 2 more. Yeah, the pressure's telling. He actually said the other day in the interview, he said he's been actually thinking about it. He's like, oh, there goes number 27. Oh, there goes. So he's actually on with it as well.
Who's that?
Definitely crushing on the man on the left.
Is that you or me?
No,
we
wouldn't know,
you,
mate. I think
it's you, buddy. I think I've gone red, or is that just my filter?
Yeah, he's got 23. It's a good thing about him. He's got 23 though. I like it as well. Mental health. Yep. Feeling a big performance from the boys. Sarah will be hyping them up all week. Yeah, guys, they will be preparing well. They've got 1 less day to prepare against what the Roosters did, but they did also have to travel, from Melbourne, and the other one had to come from Townsville as well. So we had it all the same grit against the Raiders, but instead of being 12-0 up, we were 18-0 down. Sometimes you don't get the luck. That's right.
It.
And look, the match against Melbourne could have easily gone that way as well, especially with so they learned
what was
their
the
lesson.
common denominator? Who was the common denominator in that?
Bloody Sutton.
And we saw him get thrown in the bin, and then Buzz come and let him out of the bin, the prick, at the start of the show.
Yeah, Willie Mason wasn't happy with Bailey Hayward getting spotted up by Stefano. There you go. Half the problem is the social media. The other half is people repeating the bullshit. Yeah.
That's it as well.
Yeah.
And it's also with commentary. If they create their narrative on commentary, you've then got to deal with people just repeating it over and over and over again as if it's fact. And this is what I was going on about. We'll talk about NRL 360 yesterday as well. And, the extra $300,000 they just whacked onto Mitchell Moses' salary. Apparently he's the highest paid player in the game now on $1.5 million. Like, when was there ever a report about that? But anyway, we'll keep going. Who else have we got there?
Sitili is going to add the punch. We've been missing off the bench. So that'll be important.
And that's a really good comment, Brian. We have actually, we've sort of, and it's no disrespect to the players coming on, because I felt that Curran and that have done a good job. But we just haven't had that intensity when the two guys have come on. And Serrato's actually been bringing on Max and Leo much earlier, I think, than probably he would have thought. And then they've sort of basically gone on and played the rest of the match. So they're both playing big minutes. But I'm sure they would prefer to be able to have someone come on and punch out a good 35, 40 minutes of full throttle intensity like Sitili. But let's give him a few, like I think in 2 or 3 weeks, Sitili's going to be even better. And I think Kurt Mann will be even better in about 2 or 3 weeks. When Harry's ear's better, he's going to provide a lot of impetus. And look, Murphy's Law, look, life just says that someone else is going to get injured. So hopefully it's not a Max King. I think Max King's our most important player, and we cannot lose him. He's proven that when he's not there. But then you see how well we do when a player like Kikau comes back, and presto. So,
well, Kikau was struggling through a little bit of a back soreness during the season as well. So this could have been a double hit for him, having the time off, because he seems to have fixed everything. He's come out rejuvenated. And
it was a blessing.
Blessing, yeah. Sometimes you need that break. You know, when you get into his sort of age, he's still playing a higher level of game than he should be. He could be playing easily 40, 50 minutes off the bench and still having a good impact, like, you know, some of the senior players. But no, he still wants to play majority, if not all 80 minutes, and be at a higher level. And he still kick chases and does all these bits. So this seemed to have given him a bit of a new lease of life for the rest of the season now.
He usually takes 1 or 2 weeks to get to full fitness, and then historically those like first 5-6 rounds that Kikau's played for us, he's been like a standout. And then as injuries creep in and that, he sort of becomes a little bit less consistent. But one thing I've noticed is that he's getting the ball a little bit quicker. He's also been doing more yardage work off kickoffs and stuff. So he's coming in about tackle 3 or 4. Him and Preston are both helping with that.
Yes. Traditionally, they've hung back and waited, you know, walking back slowly like the rest of the players, like the rest of the forwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've utilised those guys a little bit more to help us up the field. It hasn't all just been the backs. When they've had to do a lot of defence, they will revert to that. If we've just spent, you know, 2 or 3 sets defending, the next couple of sets they might just sort of let them get back into it, and the backs will do their thing. But they've definitely been a bigger part of that. But their effectiveness is also because of the 1-2 punch or the 1-2-3 punch that you're seeing from, you know, Leo runs off the back fence. Now whether he gets belted or not, it doesn't matter, because he's taken a little bit of extra energy out of the next tackle that King's getting, or vice versa. And then Salmon's hitting the ball at full speed off the back fence now, rather than getting the ball and sort of weighing up whether he's going to play a shape or take the run. He's actually hitting the ball at speed. And as we saw, when he's at top speed, he is quite quick. He just doesn't have the same acceleration as what a lot of our other forwards would have. And that's probably his Achilles heel. But he's got a very deceptive step, and he's finding his way in between players as well. So the reason he stood out last week, like, he still had an extra 20 touches passing the ball on the weekend.
Yeah.
So people didn't have a problem with his ball playing against the Storm, but I think having King and Thompson actually knocking down that front door a lot more and being a really effective 1-2 punch is making Salmon a really effective player for us through the middle. And then when they get it to the edge, Kikau's getting it there, and his footwork's been phenomenal. And when they start hitting Kikau early, who do you think's going to see more ball? Birdo.
Yep.
And our wingers will start seeing more. And it's funny because Brave Dog mentioned Tracy, and I just wanted to make this other point. A really good point was given to me about that. And one of the things that Serraldo talks about is playing to your strengths. And look, there's always situations where players put their hands up and wish that they got the ball and stuff. Like that happens every game. But one thing is when we're seeing it from the sideline, Gas, it does. And because honestly, I would have had the exact same opinion as you. But when you go behind the goal, sometimes you watch games from behind the goalpost. And if you get in the mindset and you see a lot more of what's happening, and you can sort of see sometimes when they're up close, you can see their eyes and everything. That's why, what do you think where Gus watches a game from at training? He tries to watch a lot of stuff from behind the goalpost when he's trying to look at certain things. If he's just sitting there watching them do drills, he's up in the stands. But sometimes he'll go hide and sit somewhere out there. A lot of people do that. It's because when the players are sitting there, or when Tracy's engaging the line, now, if he knows through their eyes or whatever that they know the short ball's not on, and they're already going to slide and be able to deal with his outside men, 99% of the time he's going to straighten up and take the run and take the space and try and generate a quick play the ball rather than go out the back, even though from where we're sitting, it's like he should go out the back because there's space there. But if he's seeing what the opposition are doing and they're doing their job properly, and he hasn't had that ability to ask enough questions where they want to they're more inclined to let him do his thing. He's probably better off not passing it because he's just going to. It's better to take the hit up there than to go to the sideline and sort of just rely on Birdo or the winger doing their thing, especially if they're going to make the decision to slide and he's already knowing that they're sort of doing that through what their eyes are doing. That's some of the things we don't, as fans, necessarily see all the time because we're seeing it from that sideline view all the time. And obviously, look, I'm not doubting you at all. There's probably times where he could have made that pass or taken that risk, and there might have been some reward for the risk.
Yeah, the main one I referred to, because where I was sitting, we were basically behind the post. We were in the corner, right where it's wedged. So he was on the other side of the field for me. So basically for me, I'm watching him from behind going that way. That's why for me, I felt like it was he could have been a little bit better there. But that's a confidence thing. I think he's also worried about the intercept, which he copped early in the year as well at times, if it's a very quick pass. But he doesn't exactly have the same tap on that like some of our other guys have, where he's still working on that. And I think once he's got that under control, because he could have, with the tap on, he could have been confident to still get the ball across pretty quickly, and then you give the centre more time as well. If Birdo gets an earlier ball, he's got more time, and you've seen what he does when he's got the time. He can either go himself or he can look for Jethro, etc. as well. So. But I understand what you're saying. Like it does make a difference on the angle when you're watching as well. So and
I think potentially going on down the left edge, he's probably just hasn't done it as often
as
either.
Much. Yeah,
he's more like he did a tap on the basically a catch and pass for Carraz for the week before on that right edge against the Warriors. But the left's a little bit of a different story. So hopefully they can perfect that and he gets better at that. And that's something you can get better at.
It's
and get confidence with
more work at training, absolutely, and getting it right.
So hopefully once you do
a couple in game day, then you're good to go. Marty Bella still sends Ben Hunt a card every September. Bella now has the second worst drop kickoff in a grand final. There you go. Joe Millian joined late. Great lineup, boys. We need a win. Come on. Yes, big time. I was reading early in the week that Terry Lamb is coming back to work at the club, which is a great thing, I reckon. Look, he's been around the club for a long time. He's got his own desk, chair, and everything in the club at Belmore. So he's always in and around there. Being the underdog suits us. The Roosters aren't that good, only as good as the opposition let them, and Cowboys let them a lot last week. Can't wait for the Rooster game. It might end with a divorce. Nick will understand why.
Joby's missus goes for the Roosters.
Well, that's your fault for marrying her, mate. Donning the Indigenous jersey this week. Yes, we are, Timmy. Aki's already got his.
I've
What do
got
you
a
think?
story about that with Joby. He
Yeah.
said that he said, oh, like they moved house and stuff, and he goes, my missus won't let me put the because I gave him a canvas when he come and visited. And he's like, oh, she won't let me put it out in the front room. And I said, so I'm so sorry you're getting divorced, man. I'm so sorry that, you know, how many years you been married? He's like, what do you mean? I was, well, obviously you're divorcing her, aren't you? She's not letting you put a Bulldogs jersey banner out there. So
that's it.
Quite funny.
That's it. Sitili is going to rip and tear against the Roosters. Joe Malin was asking, what do we think of Grant Atkins being referee? So that's an interesting
He's not my favourite.
He's not exactly. If you look at the last sort of 7 games that he's not just refereed, if we look like being either the referee or the review in the box, we've only won 1 out of the last 8 games, guys. He hasn't been, when he's been around us, he hasn't been good. This year we've only had 2 games refereed by him this year. We lost against the Dolphins. That was pretty heavy defeat. And we won against the Dragons in Vegas. So we're 50-50 this year with him. So, but overall, we're about, so there's overall his record with us isn't great. It's not Sutton, but it's not great. So Adam G would have been the preferred, but we'll save him for the bigger games when we need them later in the year. That's right. I watched the game live on 9, then replay on Fox. Couldn't get over the difference in commentary. It was like watching 2 different games. Look, Brian, I did the same thing, mate. After I left Melbourne, I was using the game and the commentary. I was listening to it while I was driving for those long hours, and I watched both of them as well. You're 100% right, mate. It's whatever narrative they want to spring and step and use in there. Like Joey Johns was on his warpath about the kicks, and everyone had their own little thing, but there was at least some consensus about the quality of the refereeing. I feel other than that, it is day and night. The cup side is looking good this week. Must win a game. They back up the win they had last week. Salmon is the most informed 13 in the comp. I bet his haters are loving that.
I've had a few. Brian. We had a nice clip that we just put out about Salmon the other. I put it out this morning.
Yeah,
already getting people having a crack about it. It's funny, Brian. The bloke who I said Leo Thompson would smash you if you said that around him, and he goes, I don't think Leo would smash someone in a wheelchair. And I'm like, I said, I can't believe you're using that as an excuse, mate. You know what I mean? But it's absolutely. Yeah, you're 100% right. Like, they can't let it go. They refuse to let it go, the hate on Salmon. And the fact of the matter is that, as we said 100 times on this show, he was so busted last year. And the things that he's done, he's a team first player. He plays his role. He does what he's asked to do. They've evolved how they've played based on the rules as well. But it's also been hard for them because they haven't had that platform that they've got now. And that's assisting him as much as anyone else. And he's assisting other players the way he's playing. So, yeah, look, he's definitely, in the last 6 weeks, he's been in the conversation as one of the best players. Now, he's not Cameron Murray and he's not Isaiah Yeo. But they're playing a similar way to him. They're not passing the ball as much either. It's not just something we did because it doesn't work. We've been evolving that over about the last 10 to 11 weeks, and they're getting better at everything that they're doing. And still, there's a lot of stuff that they're leaving out there on the field as well that they would know. And I like the comment that said getting back a Sitili and having that extra punch off the bench could be a huge positive for us even still, and added so much more to us. So Salmon's had to play a lot of long minutes too. Like, what did we say? He was playing 80 minutes on an edge and he's been playing 62, 63 in the middle. Yep. That's a lot of minutes. So he deserves a lot of raps, and hopefully people can as we said before, why can't you just back the guys and be wrong about backing them rather than being right about writing them off?
Yep.
Look, what's wrong with people, man? What's wrong with them? Seriously.
Yep. People are starting to appreciate what he does. He's a 100% goer. Yeah. And when you speak to him, he's actually a really nice guy as well, guys. He gives you a lot of his time, and he'll interact with you as if you're mates, honestly. Never let me down. Maddie says that I've been mucking up at home and I'm behind bars. I've just had a day pass released now. It's gone away again, mate. I don't know what's going on there.
You're out of there, bro. You're fixed.
Yeah, no, I've been saying for a while that Salmon is a great player, and being as underrated as he plays into the team's hands. And look, one of the things that we did speak about, even I think it might have been even during the off season, was having someone come in there and playing that 13, those longer minutes, like some of those other ones that Michael just mentioned, could help us with our rotation and, because we always get man on, Salmon off, etc. We switch them back, etc. But having that one that can play bigger minutes gives us more. And if you look at the last few games, it's very rare that we're actually hitting the 8 interchanges. We're actually not always, unless we've had to be forced through injuries, we're actually finishing usually on 6 or 7 interchanges. So we've always got that little bit up our sleeve, which is working well. And this is during a period now where we're actually winning games. We didn't even use a 17th player again last week. There you go.
Which a lot of people criticize that. They're like, why wouldn't you? But at the same time, it's like, well, why would I risk injuring another player? Like, I think it's a good debate to have. It's one of those debates that you could have it on a debating team, and it'd be some really good points for the for and against in that one. So. And I just support what the club does.
Brian Salmon has a great passing game. What about that ball to Tupouniua in the Carros? No try, just to mention one. Yeah. Exactly. Who is
going left or right? He's
Donk man. We need to be careful against the Dragons and the Broncos, as those teams will play unorthodox footy. The other 3 games are for the 8.
Really good point. And we've seen that a lot. Canterbury were that side when their season was over that cost some players.
The flourish.
We cost some teams a chance at or their spot in the 8 because we just turned up and had a game plan to beat them and played positive footy that, and what's the consequence if you fail? It's not as bad. There's not as much riding. Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to get last or. Maybe it's sometimes teams closer to the bottom have a lot more to lose. But the Dragons, knowing that they're probably not going to get off the bottom, could be one of the toughest games of the season for us, especially if if we can get over the Roosters, not getting ahead of ourselves, but just say we get over the Roosters and then over the South Sydney side, a lot of fans are just going to expect the Dragons we're going to win by 50. I'm already hearing talk of it. Well,
just like Vegas, they expected us to win by 50.
We beat them by a point
in the 90th minute.
And we've seen in this competition it is even the best sides have their day, and we've knocked off some pretty good teams this year. We've ticked the boxes that we've wanted to tick in that capacity. We've just been disappointing against some of the sides that have sort of been out to hunt us, so to speak.
Anyone is better than Sutton or Smith. That's right. The pass was a missile. That's right. $20 pay ID. And there's a couch at his joint, Joby, as well. If there's any issues, mate, Matty will look after you, mate. It's all good. Doggies 50, Roosters nil. I can't wait for Friday night. Thank you, Lorenzo. Zreg, missed the start. Just got home from work. God love you, mate. Hope you work well.
Hey, Ryan.
On social media, I've said to my kids, and I do the same. If you got anything nice to say, if you don't have, then don't say it.
That's it.
Yeah. So if you don't, guys, positivity. Arthur, welcome. Did you guys see Birdo surprising them with his signature high balls to Marky Mark? Do we see it happening? Unlikely. We spoke about this on Sunday. Unlikely that they'll go away from where they're going at the moment. One thing, though, it'll be the other way around. It'll be Birdo coming at Marky Mark to put pressure on him to take those kicks. That's what I think will be between him and Jethro coming at him. That will be the difference. That intensity in chasing it down with, Critter putting it up high enough, give them time to get to him. That'll be a challenge for him there as well. So game of the year, I'm excited, so excited for this one. Welcome, Tenzi. Lads are in form, looking confident, minimal errors, happy days. Yep, hopefully, mate. Hopefully. Got late, and this might have been said, but young Grinakama has been phenomenal also the last 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. We had a big discussion about him on Sunday night's show, but he has just, like that little spray he copped from Critter, as much as it was criticised, it's been a blessing for him. Because since that moment where he knows he come off to a slow start against the Raiders, he's been phenomenal and outstanding for us on every level. So 100% agree. Like he's such a sponge to learning. Every game you see him, he's developing his skills. He's working on everything at training. He's still only 20 years of age, and he's a through and through dog junior as well, all the way up through the grades. It started with Terry Lamb used to play everything. So great player to have for us. And he's got speed to burn. He's just relishing his time now, and he's making the most of it, guys. He's going after it. And you see the confidence he's got now, 10 metres out of his line, throwing passes across the back line. He's got that confidence to do these things. Like it's, obviously the coaching staff have given him the green light for all of them to do that play, but it still takes a lot of guts to try those things under pressure in the middle of a game and then back yourself. Like he's had minimal room and he's been making breaks. Same as Tuala on the other side. So
yeah,
absolutely loving it.
And we said all of that on Sunday as well. So if you make sure you're watching our reviews and stuff, because we will repeat ourselves to share the positivity. So there you go. So, and what a great kid to share it about. Like just an absolute winner through every grade, and a little bit of a lucky charm, in my opinion, for this club.
Yes.
And great player. Guys, just an update. We're $113 we've received so far in our endeavour to get to the 200 so we can do a draw.
87 to go, guys. 87 to go.
87 to go. However long it takes to get there, but just letting you know, the support has been phenomenal, and we'll have more things coming up after that as well. So, Gas, when do you think you'll be going out doing a little postie run for?
I was in Sydney today. I've just picked up all the stuff today, so I've got to.
Hopefully, one of the canvases got destroyed in the mail. I didn't buy insurance on it.
I don't know, mate, but I've got a lot of gifts and stuff here for the guys. So
there you
go. A lot of goodies and stuff. It's like show bags, guys, like being at the Easter show. So there's a lot of stuff, some playing cards and magnets and stuff. It's all some Bulldog pens, guys. Yeah, so for those guys who jump on and join the Dogfather as well, guys, you're entitled to some of these really cool gifts and that. So imagine playing some cards and you've got these nice photos on there. So
Jacob Carraz card.
Carraz and that, Carraz cards.
Hopefully he doesn't want to cut.
We'll just send
Long live Campsie Street, says Tony. Thank you, bro.
There you go.
And I used to walk in 1998. I pretty much walked over that bridge. I walked that way to pretty much every home game that season. It was a great year living in Sydney.
Yeah. So maybe later this week, mate, if I get the chance, maybe before the game on Friday, maybe I'll see how I go. I might do a run and get some stuff out to some of the guys, but no promises yet. Let's get there. Would be great if the Titans beat the Cowboys and the Eels beat the Rabbits. Yeah. It would be even greater if the Dogs beat the Roosters as well. So that would be nice. Donkman is on the money. The Dragons and the Broncos have nothing to play for.
That's it.
Yep.
They can be
Mick, if we
dangerous.
beat the Roosters and Souths, I don't care to lose to the Dragons. No, we don't want to lose to the Dragons.
But I
No.
know what you mean, Tony.
Yeah.
There's a lot more meaning to these next two games, 100%.
Because after the Dragons, it's the Panthers. And if the Panthers decide not to rest players for whatever reason, if they're playing for the minor premiership, then it could get very tight, guys. And you don't want to leave it to the team that we've lost the last 3 or 4 games to, including the trials, the Broncos in the last game. We want to be sorted before then.
But it's funny. I did the big article last year. Ivan Cleary was such a smart. If they played us in that game, I think we're a big chance of beating them.
Yeah.
But I also think that they would have struggled in the semi-finals to get where they got to. So he didn't want that. He didn't want that type of game and that type of intensity right then. He needed those players to have a rest. And whilst it was disappointing for us, it's just one of those things. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Much appreciated. That's massive. So, look, as usual, go in the draw. We're almost there, guys. So we're only about
17 down. 17
down. And we could be doing the draw tonight. So good job, everybody.
Some
and the
awesome
winner
new
gets
merch. Awesome new
choice
merch. Yeah.
of something from the store. If they want something, if they have your own idea, just for example, you loved Lachlan Galvin, you wanted me to do something about Lachlan, or if you loved Bailey Hayward or Connor Tracy or Carraz or whatever it is, if it's not on there, we can look at it and I can work with the winner. So get your entries in if you feel like it. But we're not far off at all now. So big appreciation. And there's Nicholas Kane, who's throwing in $17. So we're there. It's as easy as that. $200 exactly, guys. So there will be a draw tonight, and I did not expect that. So big thank you to you all. And thank you to everyone who's put into the pay ID as well. But I also appreciate it. And look, YouTube gets a big chunk of that, but that does not matter. That's big. That's really important. Oh, and Scary's added in more. So thank you, guys.
That's it, guys. Carry some forward, mate. Carry some forward.
Gary, yours goes to the next one, mate. So the
There
next
you go.
draw we do, you've got $17 already on the board. So no troubles, and you've already got plenty in this one as well. So
thanks both of you guys, and everyone else as well, Joe, and everyone else, guys. It's
big thank
great
you.
Support. Yeah, great support. So
monthly members already have a ticket in, and then as well as getting additional one for each contribution they make as well. But big thank you to everyone. That was amazing. Much appreciated. Pay ID, I give my phone number, and that just means it all sort of goes to us or to me. And then we can do things with that. So Gas got out of the money we made last month, $105. I think it was 103 actually. July, Gas was able to have some accommodation. He was having some anyway, but we just said we'll pay for it. Nothing flash, just something he can use for when he went down to Melbourne. There's a big thank you to him.
Thank you, guys.
Merch packs that we do, all that sort of stuff, and obviously the prices that we put up here. So there's not too much left over, but there's definitely it's greatly appreciated, and it's paying for everything that we're doing. It's no longer costing me my own money to bring this community together. So big thank you to everyone. It's but what I will do, guys, any ones that come in now, I will give you a ticket into the following draw as well, or into this draw and into the next one, just as a big thank you. So Scary will get money into this. He'll get an extra ticket into this draw, but he'll also have a few in the next. There is the pay ID number there, guys. it's always a bit funny giving it out because I have received some pretty funny phone calls, or not so funny, but
just a popular guy, mate.
Just very popular. When we win, there's no problem, but when we're losing, it's like the people, the haters, want to come on here and attack us. But I saw one of the guys, because I watched the other channels and I was a bit disappointed that they went missing for 4 weeks, but I like watching them. I get enjoyment. There are some intelligent people who make some intelligent comments on their group as well. And I'm a subscriber. I give them views. And there's some funny banter that happens as well. So look, it's funny though. There's a few people on there that have some very weird takes on things, is all I'll say. And I'm glad they don't come here anymore. Is Jeffro too good for New South Wales Cup? Quick question. 100%.
He's a first grader, mate. He's a first grader. That's it.
He's a first grader every day of the week.
That's it. Throw away the key. He's
in our best team. Well, but if he was ahead of, it's not just because Bronson Xerri's gone to Melbourne. Jeffro's in the team because he can't be left out.
Yes.
And he's chased the game. He's played football. He's actually gone after it. And we said the biggest difference between him and John O'Sua, very great talents, was that Jeffro went after it, whereas John O sort of pulled back when he became passive, when he actually chased a moment, didn't get it. Not saying that's what his mentality is. I love John O'Sua. I've been one of his biggest fans and supporters. But the reality was he's dropped a few pills and stuff. But he's been going well in New South Wales Cup. He wants an opportunity to keep playing for the Bulldogs. Loves the club. He's a junior. And if he gets his opportunity, he'll do everything he can to win for his mates. And I'm even sure that Bronson Xerri, a lot of people won't agree with me. If he gets the opportunity, he will as well. I believe that last week he didn't play. I think he might have had an injury. That's probably the reason. But if we're thinking with tinfoil hats a little bit, maybe because we're playing the Storm, they didn't want him playing his new club, considering he'd already had his audition for them earlier in the year, in the words of Showy. And I will say, Tony, you've actually had quite a few little things that you said that have turned out to be quite correct very often. Mm-hmm. So I will say that as far as like little predictions and stuff. So
there's another one, mate.
We will belt the Bronx at home, I guarantee you. Well, I wonder if Ashley Klein's referencing that one, mate, and if that's already worked out. Sorry.
The Rabbits game is going to be decisive, says Matty Warren. So yeah, that's a 4-point game. That one. That's one goes up. Game. Yeah, one goes up, one goes down. So yeah, it's our home game, and we need to get some solid revenge after what happened earlier in the year, guys, when Critter went down. So yeah, that's a.
James Teasdale, he also put $10 in, so he'll get a ticket in this draw, and we'll have a $10 in the next one as well. He sent a pay ID. So thank you, James. James is actually inspiring an idea about a Hazem El Masri flag or banner. Awesome. So I'll be putting one of those up on the site as well once I get the design right. And that's the thing. If you come up with the idea, I'll be like, do you like this? Is that something you'd love to have or whatever? And if that's a goer, then we'll put it for others to have a look at as well. That's how it's going to become. And it's, I haven't advertised it anyway. And I don't really plan on it. It's for us.
There's your Matty Warren, great supporter. Pay via Pay ID, guys. Don't give your YouTube 40% of the money. That's right, guys.
Oh, thank you, Joe. That's another $30 going to the next one as well from Joe. So big thank you to you.
Awesome. And then you should read this one, mate, and then get to work. Mick has to get to work on the wheel now. And Scary's in agreement. Thanks, Sean.
You don't want to be here all night. You just want to go home. Isn't it funny? It's Tuesday night. You're here with the dogs, and the missus are sending a little message. Oh, I'm going to bed now, darling.
Yeah.
I tell you, I used to have a girlfriend who used to, every time the Bulldogs was play, that was the only opportunity I ever got. I had a Foxtel when I first came out. I just used to hit pause. 5 minutes later, get back to the game. There you go.
Wow.
30 seconds, actually, but that's all right.
So this is in addition to his 50, mate. There you go. That's $80 support from Joe.
Unbelievable.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
So you're going to have about 16 tickets, Joe.
And make sure
Joe, there's the monthly membership as well if you want to pay that.
Join the
and
membership,
that way you
mate.
don't actually have to make extra contributions if you don't want to, and you'll get a merch pack eventually, like everyone else will. So it's, but that's up to you, mate. Not everyone's into doing
anyone who joins that as well, guys. You become part of another sort of inner sanctum club, basically. So you get different access to different things. I mean, the other day the guys had access to the Bulldogs pre-game. There was a live video feed there going while they were training. They were really up close to the players. It was something different, some insights and things like that. But there's also discussions during the week as well, and different chats. I know everyone's got group chats, but these ones you've got sort of all the loyal people there as well. So it's free for when I say free, it's there for anyone to join. Just become a member there, guys, and then you'll be plus all these merch packs I was just showing. All these things, these are things that are not guaranteed, as in they weren't part of the reason why you joined, but these are things that Michael's gone and decided to do for you all. So big thank you to Michael as well. I only watch all things Bulldogs. I don't have time for the others. Thank you, Scary. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, brother.
I know there were a few people hedging their bets on both streams tonight. That's all good. Jethro's rise has been amazing, to be honest, from making mistakes and the cramps to looking like an elite veteran in such a short time. It's confidence, mate. Don't you love it? And he's the kind of player that Serralda absolutely loves, that go-getter, that player, and that's why he brought him in early last year, tried to get him going, and then now that he's got over his injury, I mean, look, he had a delayed start to the season, don't forget. He got injured in the international game last year, but now that he's back and he's fit, he's only had the cramps once in the last few weeks, so it's been really good, but it tells you how much he's been pushing as well, which is great. Winston, welcome. Is Freddie Lussick really joining the Bulldogs? Already
Certainly
done.
Is, bro.
Already done and signed. So it's all good to go. Mike, bloody love Jethro. Hopefully he'll kid it against Marky Mark.
He will,
mate. And maybe you can get some game worn stuff from your mate, and we can auction that off as well, on here, mate. We can raffle it out as well. Mike, there's a challenge for you, mate. I don't know what shorts. I was looking for a nice Bulldog shorts, Mike. Maybe you can, if they fit me, mate. There you go. There's a challenge for you, mate. Jamie's good things about being single. That's it, mate. Is Jesse McLean and Freddie both joining? Yes, they are. I think they're only of the limited signings at the moment of the top grade. 5 minutes. I call crap on the 5 minutes, Mick. I'll call 3 at most.
30 seconds.
And there's Brian. Definitely worth the 20 for the cartel members, peeps. Highly recommend it. There you go, mate. So I didn't have to say anything. Should have just watched your message. Sorry, buddy. How good is the team list? We need to have a huge game against the Roosters. We need to especially target the Fahu White. Yes, that's it, Ziad. Well done, buddy. Boys, give them to others that need them. I don't need to be in the draw. Mate, if you don't want it when you win it, if you win it, we can redraw it on your behalf.
All right.
Lussick and McLean on a development deal?
Nah, they're in. They're both in the 30, mate. Both in the 30. Top 30. And Lussick's the backup hooker. He'll have the opportunity to prove otherwise. And McLean, look, he won't be getting you won't be walking straight in. That's for sure. Yep, just getting all the tickets sorted, guys. Because the people who are in the cartel already get a ticket, or on the Dogfather or the cartel, they already get a ticket in the draw regardless. So these are all extras that you get.
That's it, guys. So as I said earlier, guys, for those who weren't on, I mean, this is a massive game for us that may open doors for us to the back end of the year. I mean, by us potentially beating the Roosters, it may, if Penrith end up beating them the following week and they feel comfortable with 2 weeks to go that they're going to win the minor premiership, they may end up resting players. So, this is a big win, not just on our front now, but also it could pay us back with 2 weeks out, before the end of the season at CommBank against the Panthers. So lots of permutations that can come out of these games. Yes, there are other results we'd like to see go our way. However, we still control our own destiny. That's the bottom line. With 5 weeks to go, we're in control of our season. We are one of the form teams in the comp. The Roosters are one of the other ones. I think they've won, was it 6 in a row at the moment? So they're also flying high. But yeah, we are, other than our sort of aberration, I'll call it, against the Raiders, we've been, one of the form teams and have been up there. So it's really, Allianz is not sold out. There is a lot of tickets still available, spread out through the stadium. The supporters bays are the ones, like the Bulldogs ones, because they only give you limited numbers of the supporters bay. But they're still heavily supported all over the ground as well. So another 20 pay ID has come through from Zachary, Shami, Enzo. Thank you, mate. Thanks for your support.
Thank you, brother. Big thank you to you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Where am I sitting? Gate 3. Yeah, gate 3. So somewhere in there, we'll sort it out. But yeah, you'll see the banner, guys. Come and say hello if you're around. But if you're there, Jamie, Nico better missed his next kick. Can't overtake Haslam. He's got Halligan coaching him. Halligan's coaching him, but Halligan's currently overseas, from what I understand. So he's not there to, offer any support. What's the difference between the Roosters and a bucket of crap? The Roosters. Thanks, Matty. Hypothetical. If we win all games to Panthers and top 8 is locked in and they rest play, is it worth us doing the same thing after such a big run? 100%. I think it will be worth it for us. Seraldo wanted to do it last year, but the way that the team was, the injuries, the stuff, he didn't want to have that stop in where it was. But in a perfect world, if it's in our position to do it, especially with the way that the buys work for us, etc., I 100% think that they will basically do the resting of players, at least the ones that they want to be rested heading in. So that's what we're doing. Banner. What you see here is a smaller version of the no entry, beware of dogs. But that's what the banner is. It's a bigger one that we hold up. So you can have a look. There's quite a few photos of it.
Good question for the next one, and it is Indigenous round, guys. And we were looking at an Indigenous jersey, but by the time we run a draw and stuff, they're all sold out. It's just, I don't want to promise that and not have it there. And they usually don't make extra ones. So I didn't want to disappoint anyone. But they look phenomenal, the Indigenous jerseys. All the 7XLs are already sold out. They're the first to go. For those who are a normal 5XL around here.
And Shoei, that's what the banner looks like, if you can see that there, mate. So it's one of the few.
It's all handmade and painted.
One of the few banners out there that are actually homemade with love. Took a few weeks to do. with the kids and the family. So it was a good little project and made on a really nice solid piece of canvas. So and painted all the way through. So irrespective of rain, hail, or shine, that thing stands up. Thankfully, it's been there for a couple of years now, and it's survived the test of time. And the only place at the moment that we can't take it is Suncorp because my poles are too big on the ends, so they won't allow it. They only like skinny poles in Brisbane for whatever reason.
They've got skinny poles in Brisbane.
You can read into that as you like. Ziad is asking who your favourite Indigenous Bulldogs player since its Indigenous round.
Well, at the moment, obviously got Josh Curran. The Fox was obviously my favourite previously. Love young Tay Cochrane.
Benny Barber here. Benny Barber's close to the favourite. I used to like someone.
Ewan McGrady was my favourite.
I was just about to say, I used to like someone who basically turned up to the awards night in a borrowed suit. But yeah, Ewan McGrady.
He wasn't going to go. They forced.
I always remember the try against the Rabbitohs. We won that game 40-0. Took the ball from the kickoff and came out the other side, guys. Aka, Blacklock, and they just kept going around the length of the field from the kickoff, kick return, guys. I'm pretty sure it was 40-0 against the Rabbitohs back in the days. Could have even been in '91, I think, in the year that he won the award. So yeah, 40-0. But yeah, that was a big he was a great player as well. So we've got. What's old fella Dave here got? I can get you a genuine 100% for sure. Indigenous jersey when I'm in Bali in 3 weeks.
Are they going to do a 10XL? It's probably 3 sizes too, 12 sizes too small.
James likes the JT, and
Thurston,
also
he was
Ziad
my favourite actually.
Ziad likes the Fox as well. Thanks, Ziad.
There you go. All right. So I just got to get these other ones. Then we haven't even talked about the bloody game. Why the Bulldogs got the best pack in the comp. All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it was there it is here, guys. 1991, it was round 20, Bulldogs versus Rabbitohs. And it was 40-2. Sorry, I missed a 2 there, guys. I thought they took a penalty. But Terry Lamb kicked 6 from 9. Ewan McGrady scored 4 tries that game, guys. 4 tries. Terry Lamb, Kevin Moore, and Darren Smith also scored tries. So there you go.
Matty Warren, he said on his $20 payment, bagpipe lessons for gas.
Thanks, Matty. No wonder I'm back in jail, mate.
Joseph Barsa. So did Joseph Barsa come up on
under what name would that be? Joseph. It's not under Zachary. Wouldn't be his name.
He did 20 as well. Zachary.
So would it be a family member maybe, or?
No, not my family member.
No. I mean Zachary's family member. Is it 20 as well or not?
Zachary did 20.
So that's a separate one you've got. Okay.
Yeah, a separate one from Joseph Barsa.
Joseph Barsa.
So if you win, Joseph, you're going to have to speak up and
come out wherever you are. Yeah, let us know who you are. Curran from the current team. Benny Barber for all time. Yeah, Benny Barber. He just lit up the world. Ewan McGrady, Dane Laurie is rocking the McGrady look. Yeah, he is, Matty. Rod Silver was another good one. Yes, there you go. Tony Curry as well. Yes. It's Joe Millennium. There you go.
Oh, that's Joe.
It's
Millennium.
me. There you go, mate. There's another $2 there for him
that's
as
what
well.
the 30 was.
There you go.
And Scary put another 2.
Joe Millennium Barsa. There you go.
And we've got show me. Oh, thank you so much for the additional, guys. Ended up with 261, potentially even more. Oh, Matty went another 20, didn't he? Yeah, I got him in there for twice. That's good. Davey Miller put 50 in, and Brian put another 10 in. Beautiful work, guys. So a few of you I'm actually going to throw into the next draw as well. So Joe Millennium, you'll go into the next draw. Even though you're happy not to win anything, that's all good. We'll throw Z a ticket in the next draw and Scary an extra couple into the next as well. But you guys are in the next draw anyway, so beautiful stuff, guys. I haven't got the wheel. That was just getting all the money sorted.
There you go, guys. There you go.
That's what happens.
Yeah, Willie Tonga was a great player, guys. Thanks, Shoey.
Love Willie Tonga.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Yeah, mate.
Do you think?
We're going, mate, as quick as the chats can come through, buddy. Brian sent another 10 on the PID just to make you work harder. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
That's it. Yeah, that's his hourly rate, mate. $10 an hour. There you go, Brian.
All additionals. All
there
additionals.
You go. There you go. So we're with 5 games to go, guys. We're still, if you look at the last 3 years of our for and against, we scored 438 points in 2023 in a year where we conceded 769. Seraldo's first year before we cleaned house. We scored 529 in 2024, conceding 433. Last year, we topped that by 5 points, so 534, conceding 414, and that was the best defence in the league. This year, we've only managed so far 378 and conceded 422. So we've already conceded more than what we did last year by 8. But we've got a bit of scoring to do between now and the next 5 games. So, if we average, let's say, 30 points a game, that's going to give us a good position there, put us back at 500 as well, and put us on par with those years. So let's see how we go. But I still feel like, guys, we're going to hit a 40 and then a 50 this year as well. So it's coming. It's going to give us that confidence. I think we did a few of those things. I think the big game we had in 95 against the Cowboys, we won a game by 60-odd points. That set us up for the 95 run at the finals, if you remember. So late in the year, we won, North Queensland, round 22, 66-4 that game. So that was the last game before we went on the run and won the next 4 games to win the grand final against Manly. So a big game like that. And look, how nice would it be to pile on 50, 60 points against the Broncos, last year's premiers, before heading into the final and saying, hey, guys, it's our turn. It's our turn. So, I still got visions of a grand final this year, guys. I don't know about you, but I've got those visions. It's there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Michael, guess where did you sit last year? Allianz, maybe change your seat so we will win. We haven't won at Allianz against the Chooks. Yeah, that wasn't very good. We did win against Manly, but maybe the omens there. Last year we won against Manly, lost against Roosters, and now we're going to play there twice again, guys. We're still playing there again against the Dragons. It has to be a neutral venue after Vegas. So, yeah. So we're going to be playing twice at Allianz, and still we've got Combank and Accor still 2 games. So no more travelling, guys. No more travelling. I'll be in a different seat this week. So let's hope that works. Maybe closer to where I was for the Manly game last year. The Rocket from Letho, yes. When the Dogs play Newcastle in Newcastle again, I will be at that game for sure. It's my closest NRL ground. Yes, mate. Did you go to the trial this year? We were there for the trial. I was 16 years old in 94. I remember watching the game with my young lad, as he was also a huge Dog supporter. Yeah. Oh, with my dad. Yes, your dad. No worries. I was at that game. Yes. Grand final every year. Yes. Bring it on, guys. That's the way. Why should Penrith only be the ones to, play 5 grand finals in a row? Was a windy day. I remember it. Sound like Sheldon Cooper. Mr. CBB, this week is a free shot and just a bonus. Next week is the must win. Beat South Dragons and one of Penrith or Brisbane should be enough. I don't know, but for some reason, I would rather win 4 out of the 5 than 3 out of the 5. I don't want to risk anything going against us. There's a few still easy draws, a few buys still to come. Cowboys haven't got a tough one. Yeah, it's for me. I'd rather win 4 at least and not rely on anyone else. I reckon there will be more Dogs fans at the second game at Allianz against the Dragons, probably, mate. But the Roosters did come out in force last year against us as well. Actually, I attended a previous game this year at Allianz as well. It was the game where we jumped and ran on the field to celebrate the record achievement by Alex Johnson. So we were there, we were ready, and as soon as he scored, off we went, straight on the field, me and Aki. That was awesome. John Bryan, welcome. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, John Bryan.
Rocket, Rod Silver, Ben Barber, Ewan McGrady, brilliant players, Hall of Famers for our club. Exciting players, point-scoring machines, massive game against East. Let's hope it's like the 1980 grand final, guys. Let's hope it's a good result. I wanted to go to the trial game, but heard all the tickets had sold out, as I want to take my son as his Dog supporter as well. And it would have been his. I didn't think that was sold out. It looked like it was still a lot of room in that game against the Knights. Ticket prices are absolutely ridiculous. We'll keep a few people away. The same has happened for games at CommBank. Yeah, look.
Yeah, the loading.
There is as low as $25, guys, this week. If you look hard for some of those games for the Roosters, there's still tickets available. So if it's not too late, get yourselves out there. Find your best way of getting there, public transport, etc. Trams are not too far, the light rail, whatever they call it there. We caught a tram the other day from the CBD. Absolute sardines, guys. We were squished in those trams in Melbourne. That was fun. And we came out of the MCG, and then you just literally walk across the road to Amy Park. I do think we've got to win 4 games. If Manly win most of their games and we win, we'll most likely be below them due to their big points difference. But, we got to keep winning and keep building on that for and against as well, guys. So.
And you saw what happened with the Cowboys last week. That could happen to any team, though. But
turned around 70 points negative in one game, guys. Who would have thought heading into the week that we'd be realistically a top 8 position?
They've got no Dearden or no Marnie again this week.
There you go.
So what's happening with Reid Marnie? Where's he been?
He went off for head concussion early in the game, and now he's got the 11-day protocol. So. Yeah, that's the reason they lost, guys. Marnie was off. Reid Marnie went to a team that conceded 82 points. Sorry, guys. I found that funny. Sorry.
And do us a favour, guys. Make sure you like the episode and write a comment. Give us say hello.
Dogs did the post on their Insta page yesterday in which they gave out 20% off tickets until midnight last night.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Which game was that for, though?
I think it was this game.
For the Roosters?
Is it for the Roosters game or what?
I don't know. I didn't see it. So the Parrot Dogs game earlier was ridiculous. $150 for a disabled seat. Yeah, that's pretty poor, especially for someone in your position, mate. It's pretty poor, mate. Turbo's still out for Manly. Yeah.
And that's not helping them.
it's exploitive the way ticket prices fluctuate based on demand. The price should be the price. Yeah, and don't forget, guys. I've got.
Oh, have you got tickets to the game?
No, I've got next week, guys. I've got 2 tickets for the Rabbitohs games, courtesy of the Bulldogs, to give away as well. So
there you go, guys. 2
tickets to the Rabbitohs game. That's going to be an awesome game at home at Acor. So
who wants to go? We'll do a separate draw for you. You just got to say you want to go. And
next Tuesday,
we might
guys.
say they need to go and make sure that they like and put a comment to say, I want tickets to the Rabbitohs game or something.
That's it, mate. You can enforce that, mate, and off you go.
On the actual YouTube, not just here, but because it just helps. We might find more good blokes like Brian and Rhett and Lucas and Nicholas and Matty
and Tim
and old fella Dave and Brad. Well, I've known Brad for years.
Jobies and all the characters and all the guys, of
Ronnie B, Michael, Timmy. We can't forget Timmy. Sorry for Shawnee. He's an absolute champion.
Aki and Zia
had the big beard like me to hide the triple chins,
James and all
and old Bulldog Mikey Hawks and
that's it.
Mikey.
And don't forget Andy Sage, who hasn't come on today.
Yeah, Andy, James,
and Elaine, and all our players, parents, and mothers, and brothers, and sisters.
We might get cheap tickets. We might do a free flight for Queensland members or something. But
I have a code if anybody wants 20% off. If you want, I can post it in the chat. If you're happy to do that, mate, and you want to post it, by all means, mate, go and post it.
Post the code. Show it off.
The 20% was for this game, but before the Dog Storm game, I purchased tickets, cost $200 each for 30-meter mark opposite sides of the tunnel. Oh, my God.
Wow.
If Gas is paying for the flight as well. Where are we going?
To the Souths game.
You mean to the Souths game? Yeah, look, I'll
Stadium via Ipswich.
I'll fly the tickets up, but you have to figure out how to get yourself back as well. I'll fly the tickets up to you, mate.
Surely you can come to a road trip.
Through the airwaves, buddy. Andy is at a ping pong show. Okay, there you go.
In Thailand.
I would love to go to the Souths game, but I'm not sure I can swing it with my knockoff time at work and the 4-hour drive.
That just
okay, guys, here's your
20%,
guys. Is Roosters members 26, guys. That's the code. So, guys, if you got that code, you got 20% off, and that is also after the 12 p.m., 12 midnight cutoff yesterday. Calm down, Michael. Calm down, mate.
James knows what I'm talking about.
I know. That's why I'm saying calm down.
G'day,
maybe a
Wilson.
flights giveaway if we play the Dolphins away for the first finals game.
Have to do $1,000 draw for that.
Yeah, and that's another road trip coming up, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams we could end up playing.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's why it's important. If we win our last 5 games, guys, we can pretty much guarantee a home final, guys. If we finish on the top part of the bottom of the 8, we can finish with a home final. That would be good. Anthony Wilson, welcome. I hope you're well, mate. If you're late,
sitting around that fire, mate. That would look bloody nice and toasty the other day.
That's
a good video.
Nick got that joke, but Gas missed it. Yeah, I let it slide, mate. Don't worry. There's only one person who can take that in here, mate.
But so anyone watched that Priscilla Queen of the Desert? He was the bloke. I was like, no, what was his name? Bruce, the old fella. I was like, no, Bruce. No. He's such a good bloke. But anyway, each to their own. We're very inclusive here. We love everyone.
Were you on the Priscilla as well? Did you do a cameo?
It's me and my brother love that movie. It's one of our favourite movies of all time. We just laugh. I'm a cock in a frock on a rock.
I'll let you know when I watch it. I'll let you know if I ever watch it.
All right, mate. You got to watch it. It's a good movie. All right. Doesn't matter about anything. It's a great movie.
Hopefully we can get a home final. Imagine we play Manly again. Oh. It's a 3.5 hour drive. I can swing that if I end up being lucky enough to win 3.5. Well, man, I've got to do 2.5 hours, maybe sometimes a bit longer, depending on traffic. So, and then come back as well. So that's okay.
Gary's coming from down near up near Foster Way.
We'll sort it
Beautiful
out, mate.
part of the world.
Don't worry.
Yeah, all right. Well, you'll be in the draw. You just got to say you want to go and put your comment on, and
that's it. And if you don't go, guys, and you want someone else that you know that can go as well, by all means, you can share that with someone there as well. It was amazing around the fire. Even better seeing the Dogs win. Yay.
And as a cartel member, Anthony, you're in the draw tonight, buddy. Everyone's got their automatic entry in, as plus anything else that they've done as well. So
yeah,
we've got 77 people in the draw, or 77 names in it at the moment.
The drive back is always worth it if we win. I'll tell you what, though, guys, the drive back I had from Melbourne was the most horrific drive I've ever done with respect to how many kangaroos were all over the road. It was just crazy. Yes, I know you're not supposed to be driving after hours, after midnight, but, man, they were even skating on the roads. Oh, well, at that time of night in winter, like, they always warn you, have your bull bars, etc.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that was crazy. I had them standing on the road, like I'm doing over 110, and you have to veer around them. There was another one in the right lane. You could have, oh my God, like at any time you could have crashed into any one of them. It was you had to be really alert for that drive back. Yeah, that was crazy. Scary Sinon, you've got my tickets, bro. That's all right, guys. The Cry Game movie got me when I watched with an ex-girlfriend many years ago.
Yeah, I was so gullible on that at the time. I had no idea. I was like, what? Why is it called The Crying Game? And what's with this?
All right, let's see the team, mate. Let's see the team. Let's see the team.
Kangaroo for breakfast. Let's get the team out. Let's do it. We'll have to run through this quickly, but Billy Smith's back in the side for the Roosters.
Good
found
player.
that surprising. Tommy Talau back to the extended bench. Trace, it's the same team for us, guys. King, Hayward, Thompson, Kickout, Preston, Salmon, Mann, Curran, Hayes, and Sitili Tupouniua takes the 17 spot from AJ. Bronson Xerri into the outside back position. Jake Turpin, after a couple of games in Cup, has come into the 20. AJ Jones there with Sean O'Sullivan, both named in New South Wales Cup with Jonathan Sewer. So Sean will need a game. I thought he might have retained a position in this first bunch here, considering he would be an option to play. But I think they might keep Terps there. Just he's a tough little bulldog and wants to rip and tear. And, you know, Kurt Mann, there's lots of options for our team. If people do go down, you know, Birdo can move back. If we lost Crichton or Galvin, you know, Birdo can move back to the halves. And there's lots that they can do. The Roosters, Nat Butcher, surprising. He started last week. He ended up running 208 meters and from 21 hit-ups. I think he played prop. And Fiketti, although was named at prop, I'm pretty sure he played on the edge. And this Celesi Fiketti, I remember him in I think it was the 2023 Jersey Flegg Grand Final or the 2024, one of those two. But he was an absolute beast in a losing effort. It was against whenever we beat the Roosters, whatever year that was. Or it might have even been the Harold Matts Grand Final. I can't remember. But he's the same sort of age as the kids, our good kids coming through. Lenu named to start with Nafahu White, and Lindsay Collins makes his return as well. Lindsay's one of those players, though. He's very good when he's fit and in form, and he's going all right, Lindsay. He's going all right. Connor Watson, we know what we get from him. Cody Ramsey for cover. Might find himself starting.
If Teddy's resting.
This kid here, Rex Bassingthwaite, very good player.
Player to watch.
Very good player to watch. So they got VAR and Elu or Loelu. Yeah, it's the Roosters. Victor Radley at 13. Sia Wong, one of these untapped kids. And you think if these guys ever reach their potential, they're going to be a very tough team right now and in the future. And they look to have reached their potential last week. But let's match up Nafahu White and Max King, shall we, in a moment. But the back line, Sam Walker, Dally Cherry Evans, Mark Nawanga Witawase, Robert Toya, Hugo Savala, Billy Smith, and James Tedesco. Has to be questions of whether Teddy plays, as Shoei was talking about. But look, they're going to start. They're $3. We're $3.30, guys. They're $1.35. I think they might be bigger favourites than what the Panthers were against us. That'd be interesting to look at that. Who's got the best comp? Who's got the best pack in the comp, guys? Tell me your thoughts. Who has the best pack in the comp right now on current form? Is it the Roosters? Is it the Panthers? Is it the Warriors, the Dogs, the Raiders? Who is it? Is it the Bronco? Probably not at the moment on form. But Nafahu White, 76 appearances. This year he's had 19 games, 56 tackle breaks, averaging 14.4 hit-ups, 20 offloads. So he's got that one offload a game sort of thing. He's tackling at 93%. Averaging 169 running meters. And we'll look at his minutes. He's basically playing between 40 and 60 minutes a game. Played 80 against the Dolphins in a huge loss. You'd think that there was reasons for that. Maybe they had a few injuries or something on that night. But he's developed into, in my opinion, in the top 2 or 3 props in the game, Nafahu White. How about we compare him with Maxi King? And so Maxi's up to his 154th game this season, 15 appearances, 20 tackle breaks in his 15 games. Probably doesn't make as many tackle breaks as Nafahu. Probably half the post contact. He's averaging 12.5 hit-ups, 16 offloads, so the one offload per game. Tackling at 95%, making 127 meters per game. And playing pretty much 45 to 55 minutes every single match. His importance to this team is immense. And if we look at his season-on-season averages, so he peaked at 133 last year, at 127 this year. But I will say, having Leo there taking a lot more of the hit-ups and stuff like that, it's more of a balanced team effort. And it's sort of, it looks more like your Fisher, Harris, Leota type situation where they were never, ever the stat leaders, but they were the number one props in the comp. And then you had Spencer Leniu coming off the bench to make them the best in the comp. But look at this guy, just keeps improving. And if he had to do it on his own without Leo, he'd have higher meters and probably.
And to give you another one, if you look at how important he is, Max King has played in every one of our victories this year.
Yes.
So if you look at that. So if you look at, he's played every game that we've won, and not only that, guys, if you look at where he missed after Penrith when he got his jaw broken, he missed four of the next 5 games. He lost the 5th one, the last one, but then the one before that, after that, they started winning again. When he got back after that one game against the Sharks there, you see the one against the Sharks there, but then they started winning again. So he's been there for every one of our victories this year. We haven't won a game without Max King on the field.
So 7 of our last 9, he's been there for every game. He was there for 3 of our wins in the first 6 rounds.
And then got injured, you can see, from round 6 to round 11 there. And we lost 5 in a row at that stage in that period as well.
We didn't win a game while he wasn't there.
So that's how important he is to us, guys. It's very understated sometimes. You don't see it, but, yeah, there's a lot of confidence.
With Nafahu.
Well, they've had a good season, so, yeah.
Well, they've won 6 in a row. I think he's played every game, has he?
Yeah, just look down the left to see if there's any gaps in the numbers on the rounds.
Played 19, 14 wins, 5 losses.
There you go.
Whereas Maxi King, 15 games.
10 wins, 5 losses.
10 and 5. So there you go. Very important players in their teams. And look, we're up against it. We're up against it. I love pies. Just old fella Dave sent me a really funny message.
Carraz is the other one that's won every game with us as well.
Let's have a look at that as well. I love looking at this shit. Jacob Carraz up against... Well, he's not directly against Mark, but
Mark, yeah.
And look, Billy Smith, to me, is a very underrated player, a very, very good player. Haven't seen him play much wing, though. I will say that. But Carraz this year.
So
between 15 games, 10 wins and 5 losses.
Look at between round 7 and 12. He didn't play. That's why we lost our 5 in a row, guys.
Since he's been back, win, loss, win, win, win. Same with King. Yep. And he was there for our other 3 wins as well. So he's been there for every game we've won, Carraz has played.
Yeah.
Haven't won a game without him.
But he missed a big chunk of the games we lost. So there's other players, for example, Galvin hasn't missed a minute. He's played every game, but he played those 5 and a loss rows where you look at Carraz and King, they missed in that stretch of 5 games, guys, the 2 Ks. That was important for us.
And Ari this year, 13 wins and 11 losses. Oh, no, that's... Sorry, no. He's had 9 wins and 6 losses playing, and he's played 15 games for the Dogs.
So he's missed one of our wins, yeah.
He's only missed one of our wins. He's been influential. I'd like to look at Jethro. Sorry, guys, we're just having a bit of fun looking at some statistical stuff. Jethro, 8 games for the Dogs this year, 6 wins, 2 losses.
There you go.
It's the Jethro effect. Critter at 6. What's it? 4 games, 3 wins.
Yeah, and he didn't play a full 80 for the one he came off against Canberra.
Stretch it off.
So
presto. We might as well keep going. Presto. Played 15. 7 wins, 8 losses. He was there in all our losses.
He was in all the losses, but he was up against it there as well. So
that's it. He was, and look, and that's another hard thing too. When
left side, right side, left side, right side, he was switched everywhere.
I don't think the switching worries him at all.
But I'm just saying, it doesn't worry him. I'm just saying, it was a funny time when he was out there.
I think it's the fact that he is our focal point, the focal point of the attack.
Yeah.
So everyone's got their eyes on him. To score the tries he has been pretty. It's like they know he's coming,
and it's coming.
And it's not. There's no deception around it. It's like here's a short ball, and they just keep doing it. Look, I think Sitili Tupouniua goes in ahead of Harry Hayes this week. I think Josh Curran and Sitili will replace King and Leo if there's no injuries or whatever. If they get to do what they do. And I think Harry might be the one that they hold off on to decide whether a Bronson or a Jake or if one of these guys comes in.
And they've got the flexibility of waiting us also until Sunday for the New South Wales Cup. So if any of those players are still in the 20, or the 19, they'll hold on to them because they know they've got till the Sunday before they have to play those guys.
Yeah, that's right.
And maybe someone like a SOS, if he doesn't play, he'll definitely play on Sunday, I reckon.
Sean, I think Sean won't come into the side. I think Sean will be just playing Sunday. He's named there already, and he's on the extended bench. They're just going to make that call. I think Bronson will remain in as the backs cover. And if he doesn't get utilised, I think he will go back and play cup. Same with Jake.
They put the boys through there.
I think Harry's one that won't go back to cup. They won't really need to.
Well, he needs to be rested. He needs to be rested for his ear, so it doesn't suit him to go and play another game.
Yeah, exactly. So
he needs to
use him if they need
him.
If they feel they need him to win the match, they'll bring him on, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the side. It's a team that's they're a pack of hungry dogs. They're driving teams back again. They are hunting in packs. The line speed is there. With and without the ball, they're doing a good job. The point that Brave Dog made earlier about the reduction in penalties, that's true as well. It all plays its part. There's a conversation to say that the Bulldogs are the informed pack in the comp at the moment. When Jamin Salmon is running 125 metres a match for the last 5 or 6 weeks.
And scoring doubles.
It's last week. Yeah, 100%. Right. But from what he's doing with and without the ball, it's not just against it's not like we're just flat track bullies that are running downhill. They've beat some good sides. They beat a Warriors pack that was in for. I know they were saying the Warriors were struggling a bit and whatever else, but they had Mitch Barnett and James Fisher-Harris. They dominated Tino and Mo.
Yeah.
And Bo Fermor and all these guys, who the other guys said were going to be way too good for us. Look at their pack. He was saying how great their pack was.
They're going to smash the Dogs. We're going to lose the next 5 in a row. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I'll make this a statement right here, and you can come back to this moment.
That's
good on him. He loves the Dogs. But look, giving these people the benefit of the doubt, they're just trying to protect their own egos, and I get it because I understand it. It's like, I don't want to have the hope. When James Graham was talking about hope, the hope is what kills you. That's a perfect example of that. You write your team off because you don't want to be disappointed. So I do get it.
If he's saying things like that,
it's actually normal. It's not an unnormal thing to do.
But if they're saying things like that on their show, then for me it means that's what their audience want to hear. That's the bottom line. If you're there listening and you accept that means that's what you want to hear. That's it. If that's what makes you feel better when you think, we're going to lose, so now I can go into the game thinking, we're going to lose, it's okay. Then you win, you go, hey, we won. But if that's what those people want to hear, then by all means, if that's what works for you.
Brian Dibb, he goes on about everybody else's players, how they're the best in the comp and all the fucking time. And it's like, we're the Bulldogs, mate. We don't give a shit.
Exactly. On our day, we'll take anyone on.
Max, in my opinion, Max King and Nafahu White are in the conversation as the two of the most as props. They're so important to their teams, and what they are doing for their teams is so immense. Leo Thompson is helping King, no doubt, but King's helping Leo Thompson a lot as well.
Especially with Leo getting his ability to offload again, which we know he put away for a few years. So now that's an option back in his game again, it's making him dangerous as well. Just a few comments here from the guys. Scary drives a few hours every day in his tow truck, so it's not the drive, it's working to get his son to come as well. Thanks, buddy. Udo Mamala, up the doggies. Brian saying to be careful there. Yeah, mate, look, mate, I had to slow down to 60 at times, mate, on a 110 freeway, mate. It was that dangerous. I was well aware of it. Wouldn't surprise me to see Turpin get some game time over Man this week to spell Haywood if it's a real grindy game.
Yeah, not a bad shout out. Not a bad shout out at all.
That's an option as well. As well.
And they seem to bring Terps in against his old clubs as well. Like he's played in those Broncos
Broncos
games.
and Roosters, yeah.
Even in losses, he's put his hand up. He's a tough little dog. Look, the way our pack's playing, they're playing like a pack that other teams' packs haven't met the challenge. Now, your Chikamanu and King and Liero, they went all right against us on the weekend, but they were pushing the envelope with everything. They were trying it. They were doing dirty shit. They were trying to unsettle us.
Moving off the mark and doing all sorts of stuff.
Moving everything off the mark nearly every time, by the way.
Yeah.
And just becoming really hard to deal with. And Serrato rightfully rapped the guys for not falling into the bait that they were throwing out. And it cost us points in the end as well. Like it cost us points, the cheating that they were doing. And hopefully Atkins doesn't allow that with the Roosters, because look, they're tough to deal with, they're big boys. And the Butchers are very good at, getting down low and getting those quick play the balls. They've got a lot of heart. They're not getting the same money that some of their mates are. That Fiketti to me looks like when I saw him, and the way that the commentator used to say his name, he used to say Fiketti. Like I was like F Eddie, but I was looking at him going, God, this guy's good. How talented is this guy? He's like another SBW, but we say that about a few kids. I think we say that a bit too much, but I worry about him ripping and tearing. But I was worried about Labin. I was worried about all these other edge back rowers doing shit to us. And when Viliami's there, he's like, "Well, come on, young fella."
Yeah,
let's go. And Presto doesn't take a backward step. And what I loved about Curran's come on there and said, "Come on, young man, no problem. Let's do it."
But Kiko's one-on-one, especially on Stefano last week, that was a statement in itself, and that lifted the whole team. That was just like, you're not getting through here, mate. I'm sorry. Find another way, buddy.
That's the stuff we're talking about. We're saying we wanted to bring him on the middle, but funnily enough, he's standing on the right in the middle of the field there. Yes, where he's made those 3 stops
against their front rower. Exactly.
Against their front rower.
Exactly. So, not many could have done that one-on-one tackle the way he did it against a rampaging front rower like that. Not many at all. Like even our front rowers might have needed some help potentially. The other ones, you know what I mean? And it would have been tough. Yeah.
That kid from Canberra who's doing a law degree, I've had a few cracks at him, and sometimes I agree with him on a lot of stuff. Actually, it's like he's trying to do NRL Media Watch, like it's his idea. But fucking annoys me.
Is that the guy with the glasses?
But he's that's the NRL soapbox. He's a bit of a comedian more so as well. He's trying to piss you off in the most articulate way possible.
He's a Manly supporter, isn't he? Manly supporter.
Yeah. And you'd see with Manly, he just becomes like a typical flop. But he's quite funny actually. He's a very smart guy. I watch him a lot. He makes me laugh. But Lee doesn't. He's just like, he thinks he's defending the refs and all this sort of shit, and that people are just, it's this thing against the refs. And I'm like, mate, we're not attacking the ref as such. Like Sutton's got history, and it's not him personally. There's things, sometimes I look at things and I look at it from his point of view, but the way that he referees our team versus the opposition team, there's something that's not right. It's just happened too many times to be a coincidence. Klein gets things wrong. All refs get things wrong. And there's games where Sutton gets things right. But you just know with Sutton, he's going to find, when it comes to us, he's going to find in favour of the opposition and find things that other people aren't going to find. It's every time. Like, it's not an illusion. We're not just sitting there bagging the referee for the sake of it. He's literally allowing one team to control the ruck and the other team to not get away with it. Like, you can't, it's undeniable. I've had South supporters tell me, like, they're like, they're a bunch of whinging pricks. But in our games, I feel glad that Sutton's reffing our games when we play you, because we've just got so many calls. Like, they're not being an apologist, and this bloke was only missing half his teeth, not all of them. So surprised you haven't caught mouth rot hanging with that club. Sorry. It's South Sydney, mate. We have to hate them. We do. I understand you have your commitments, but we have to hate them.
I only see the guys with the bow ties, mate. Sorry.
That's it.
Look, just to add some confidence to the guys this year. Like, okay, everyone's looking at Roosters and how they're world beaters at the moment. Obviously, only as good as your last win, but
I think we can beat them.
No, but hang on. If you look at the losses they've had this year, okay, they lost to the Warriors 42-18. So when they lose, they can lose, guys. They lost to the Panthers 40-4. They lost against the Cowboys 18-12. They lost to the Dolphins 48-10. So when they lose, guys, they can lose. They lost to the Storm as well, guys. The Storm 18-4. Like, when they lose, they can lose against the teams. They're not in those scraps. None of those losses they had were by 1 or 2 points. They were all either they won or they lost the game, like, heavily. So,
well, it's funny because Dave's deep dive,
let's go, Dave's.
Or D,
Mm-hmm.
he says, I'll just read it out quickly. It's been scrolling down the bottom all night, but historical data reveals a strictly alternating head-to-head trend between the Doggies and Roosters across their last 7 meetings dating back to 2021. Neither team has secured consecutive victories. Given that the Roosters won the most recent encounter last year, a continuation of this historical sequencing points to a Bulldogs victory on Friday night. And we did allude to that a little bit on Sunday. In a bizarre historical quirk, the last team to cross the 80-point threshold before the Roosters' recent win was actually Eastern Suburbs, now the Roosters, who defeated the Dogs 87-7 back on May the 18th, 1935. Matty Burton scored 5 tries in the 6 games he's played for the Dogs against the Roosters. He's definitely been our activating card in those games. And Tedesco has scored 8 tries in 11 games against the Bulldogs. In 2026, Critters has scored 3 tries from his last 2 games, and Curran has 3 tries from his last 3 games. Roosters are on a 6-game winning streak. Within that streak, they have only scored 30 points or more on 1 occasion, and that was that 80-point win. This was the point you'll make. The Roosters have conceded 40 points or more 3 times this year. Out of there, how many losses they had? 6 so far, is it? And they've conceded 43 times now. How many times we conceded 40? Once or twice? Is it twice?
I think twice. Dolphins and then Canberra, I think.
And the Sharks fell short. They were way ahead of it.
Yeah.
No, they might not have.
No, then I thought they fell short. I think we kept them pretty close because we came back in that second half.
Yeah, I think they only got 6 in the second half. 6 or 8 points. So, yeah, Roosters have had some big losses, and they could have some bigger losses, hopefully, on Friday night, because the Dogs will be up for it. They have to be. But we've been up a long time, I will say that, but so have the Roosters. And as Gas said, that 80 points, it'd be hard to – look, they don't need any – Roosters-Bulldogs games are always – tough, hard encounters, even if one gets away on the scoreboard. It's usually, if the Roosters win the middle, that it's usually them who get the biggest scores in recent times. But I think we can win the middle against that pack. They've got a team with 12 Origin players in it and internationals. Like, they have been the underperformers of this century, of this decade. And since they've gone away from having, since they've gone to 6 again, this team has made the prelims twice in 6 or 7 years, with rosters that many have considered to be in the top 2 rosters in the comp year on year on year.
Yeah.
And then when they have a season where they get rid of a bit of people, all people do get rid of some experience, all the media do is make excuses for them. Oh, they were great finishing 8th last year and losing to Cronulla in the first game of the finals. Yet all they did was talk about the Bulldogs negatively.
That's it.
So if people don't think that power has an effect,
Uncle Nick.
yes.
Yep.
Money talks. Money talks.
Lindsay can be prone to mistakes. Yes, he can. Get Kiko running at Cherry Evans all day. Yes. I'm the eternal optimist. We'll beat the Roosters into submission.
100%.
East is the game we need to win on so many levels. We win this. We win all 5 remaining games, even a riff full strength. The only issue I have is our poor kick defusal. Walker has a gem kicking game.
He attacks he hits you in the weak spots constantly.
Yeah.
And he plays well against us every game.
We need to get him back for one thing. For that
running away.
Running backwards to the goal line against us.
Was that when we lost 28-24?
Yeah, it was like that. I think it was 2023 or something like it was in that. Yeah, before when we were still perennial losing, and he did that. Yeah. I would have to say the Dogs. This is in reference, I'm guessing, to who's got the best pack at the moment.
Yep.
Sitili is going to be diving off the bench. He'll stick it right up the Roosters.
That's it, Matty.
King was the catalyst to us beating the Panthers. We dropped right off after that, and with the fact that he was gone as well.
That's it.
Illegal shot.
Our pack's as good as any.
That's it. It's not going to be an easy game, but I still think the Dogs can grind out. And look, I'm hoping it's a tough grind because, to be honest with you, I'll back us in a grind over any team at the moment. We seem to find a way to get those tight games. We haven't. We've won pretty much all those games. We've been in that real tussle with everyone. Starting from the Dragons to the Raiders to even when we beat the Eels and the Manly, all those games, guys. When we're winning those tight ones, we're getting the job done. So. We've
just got to win that middle.
That's it. And against the Roosters, guys, it's going to be ultra important we win the start as well. We can't be playing catch up against the Roosters. Once they get a head of steam up, they can score from anywhere on the field, and they can demoralise you. Marky Mark is going to be a big test for Jethro if he has a big game. Can you imagine his confidence? Well, let's hope, mate. Jethro, he's up for it, man. He's a big body. He'll need to be on his game. Marky Mark will be on to him. And look, Marky Mark's good for a lot of mistakes in the game too. For all his brilliance, he's got a lot of rocks and diamonds about him as well. And there you go. As right on cue, Jethro's ready for him. Marky Mark is rocks and diamonds, mate. It's like you read my mind. I wouldn't be mad if they rest Harry. The bloody legend is looking beat up. Look, it's a tough one, guys. Agree. It could be a cult hero match for him. That's it. Salmon got a misses about a month ago. That's the secret to his improved form.
Thank you, Tommy.
And it's only because his form improved that he scored. No, I'm kidding.
Finally found someone to love him.
If we make the 8 and we are clear, we play Broncos on a Thursday. Our first final will be a Saturday. That is enough of a break.
That's it.
Yeah, as long as we get no injuries. God help us against Souths. However, last year they didn't give us Sutton as the ref. Yep.
He can't be reffing us again. No way.
Wasn't Sutton the Good Friday match when Graham got... Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Yep. We've only conceded 40% twice and 38 twice against Para and the Sharks. Yes. I'm thinking a similar game score to the first time the Roosters played the Cowboys and lost, predicting the Bulldogs win 28-22.
There you go, Timmy.
Roosters' closest loss was against the Cowboys at Magic Round. Their second best loss was 14-point margin against Melbourne. So when they lose badly. That's it, mate. That's what we were trying to allude to. The Roosters roster with 200 players. The salary cap is working there, obviously. And welcome John Black.
G'day,
Teddy
John.
sets the tone of that side. Pummel him and they collapse like a cheap house of cards.
Like a cheap house of cards.
That's if he plays, but I'm hoping he does play and we beat them so we can say we've beaten them with everyone on there. There's no excuses because if he's missing, they're going to say it like Melbourne game. Oh, they're missing half their team. So the usual narratives to soften our wins. But The boys will be ready, guys. The boys will be ready. Get into a scrap, keep it tight, keep it close, and hopefully run over the top of them at the end of the game. So that will be good to see. That's pretty much it. It's time for the draw. Mick, have you got it all set up?
I've got it all set up, guys.
Are you ready?
Sorry, we didn't really get through to the New South Wales Cup and that, but I'll just run them across the bottom for us quickly.
Oh, mate. We did have a Brave Dog in the house. We did have a Brave Dog in the house. For those who missed it, we had Brave Dog on earlier for the first hour and a half. So jump on.
I'll just read it out. Tay Cochran, Jonathan Sewer, Marcelo Iacopolco, Sai Alatini, Nico Mealy, Joey Tayalpa, Sean O'Sullivan, Lipboy Hopboy, Daniel O'Donnell. So Gordon Chan Kum Tong must be injured. Jack Underhill, Jed Reardon, Logan Spinks, AJ Jones, Angus Fay, Broden Cons, Jack Todd, and Chase Patterson, the New South Wales Cup side. Jersey Flegg, Raymond Peru, Jopo Rauch, who's off to the Bears. Eamon Fitzgibbon, who got that beautiful try to get the draw. Alvin Chong Ni, Mela Setu, Damon Humphreys, and Bronson Rubin. Chance that one of those goes back to Ron Massey. Tristan Burns, Kaywin Patterson, Lincoln Cliff, Finney Farley, Jaden Smith, Bailey Myers, who does well in the hooker role as well. CJ Uday.
CJ.
Big CJ. They got their shirt today that I did up for him. Lachlan Mifsud, Mace Andrew, Sesefo Finau. And with Ron Massey, Clancy Hone is the fullback. Mikhaili Senibua had a good game on the weekend. Baxter Warner, Josiah Towle, Paul Johnson, very talented winger. Leif Dietrich, no halfback named. Corey Ackers, who we got from the Dragons. Jack Ennis, Mick's son. Malachi Filippo, Elzaya Silva Lamatia. Nate Clark, who played well last week. Justin Matamua, who's rips and does really well in this grade. Visate Fayoso, Willie Pilu, and Yuri Lowlands with a TBA for the 17. That's your sides, and they will do well this week. The Roosters have really good form in New South Wales Cup, so we need to win that match. It's going to be a tough one.
Timmy, I did notice the Storm scored their first 2 tries off kick, similar to a Walker kicking game. I'm sure the lads have done plenty of video. Yeah, look, and like 100%. Michael said, he exploits the weaknesses of every team so well. I mean, he did it in Origin against his own fullback. So, things we would love to happen this week: Titans beat Cowboys, Panthers beat Wars, Dogs to smash the Chooks, Storm to beat Manly, Broncos to beat the Finns, and Para to beat Souths, and Raiders to beat the Sharks. See you, Z. Get some rest, mate. Got school tomorrow, buddy. Have fun.
With Raiders and Sharks, that's potentially, but I think Sharks are going to win most of their games anyway. So I'd like to see the Sharks end the Raiders' season. I'd like a lot of team seasons to come to an end, and then they can win some games to help us afterwards. That's how I see it. But definitely most of those I'd be very, very happy with. Obviously, it's a good job.
Where is that game played anyway? The Raiders and Sharks. Is that in Canberra? Because I'm trying to look for a windy game. So Nico Hines doesn't kick all the conversions. In Canberra,
Sharks are playing the Dragons.
Oh no, that's Sharks are playing the Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got that. Yeah, Raiders to beat. He's got that wrong then.
Yeah.
So the Sharks are playing the Dragons.
He might do it this week.
Oh, it's at Cogger. I was hoping it was at Wynn Stadium at Wollongong.
Cogger can get pretty windy too, can't it?
Cogger's pretty open. Yeah, Cogger's pretty open as well if it's a windy day. So, but they're a $4.75. So
Raiders to beat the Knights. Yeah, good work. That's right, Mike. 100% agree. Dragons to beat the Sharks. Let's do the draw, people.
Eels have got more chance, according to the bookies, to beat the Rabbitohs than the Dogs ever beating the Roosters.
Sometimes it works out like that.
That's good. I love it. I love being at the underdog. It's okay.
We love it. We've done well as the underdog this
But
year.
how good's the Friday night, guys? Warriors and Panthers and Dogs and Roosters. It's almost like your top four.
8 p.m. for the Dogs.
The main event.
Roosters. Here we go, guys. So all of the Dogfather members, old fella Dave, Bulldogs Mike, Lucas, Snopsy, Brad Graham, Brett, Champion Mike, Anthony Wilson, Anthony McCaleb, Jimmy or James, James Teasdale, and Scary, and Brian, David Miller. All you guys got a ticket for being Cartel and Dogfather members. So thank you. And thanks to everyone who supported. And good luck to the winner. Let's get the drum roll happening, Gas.
Let's go.
Spin away. Let's do it. Go. Nicholas Kane is the winner. Congratulations.
Nicholas Cage is the winner.
Nicholas Cage. So, Nick, we're going to need you to get in contact with us. I'm not sure if you're on Facebook. I'll try to sort you to find you. But if not, you find us. It's Gas or Don't Break the Fence. It's the Dogfather. It's me, Michael Jeffrey. Come and find us, guys. Congratulations to you. And you're in the next one as well because you come in late with extras. So we'll have a new challenge for the next one that will start on the review. And I can't believe that come up so quick. I wasn't expecting that tonight, guys. So thank you so much. Well done, Nick. Because what I want to do is send you a link to the little store I've got. And but if there's something that you would want me to look at, I can put a concept together and get you something that way as well. Score prediction.
Well done, mate. Well done. Fun fact, the Dragons' last win before their massive losing streak was against the Sharks at Cogra last year, back to where they all started again. Congrats, Nick. Congratulations, Mr. Cage. On your Timmy, you're sharp, buddy. On your Nick. Score predictions. Sorry, I meant congratulations, Mr. Kane. Yeah, sure, Timmy.
Bulldogs 34, Bulldogs 17, Roosters 30.
It's almost the grand final score you're predicting. 2004 grand final.
Yeah.
2004 grand final score.
Bulldogs 42, Roosters 16.
There you go. Big call, guys. Big call. Let's see how we go.
Underdogs come through.
Let's see how we go, guys. Let's go. Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. Thanks for your support. We're how many up on the next draw?
I've got it here. It's already, God, we're already $79 up on the next one.
The big donut, mate. The big donut, mate. That's why the banner is out, mate. It's the blue brick wall. Mate. Don't break the fence. That's the one. That's why it puts a smile on Seraldo's face. He loves the defense, guys. He loves it. Well done, guys. There's another one, 34-12 to the Dogs. All the big scores are popping in. Matty Warren, 24-12. I don't care, guys. As long as we win, take the 2 points and have a nice drive home, something to watch.
Beautiful. All right, big thank you to everyone. Might get some content out there for you if I can. I say that all the time and then run into extra work and extra requests everywhere. But we get through a lot. We do a 3-hour podcast, sometimes twice a week. So,
and don't forget,
out of that, you get about 10 minutes of good content. So, well done.
Don't forget to hang around for the grand finale, guys. So,
yep, let's watch it, guys. You ready?
All right.
G-Day Doggies fans, let's watch Jared Sutton getting put in the bin.
Where's my triangle? I can't find my triangle. Okay, anyway, I'll find it.
Anthony Wilson, 18-6 to the Doggy. We'll play your chats through the song now, guys. Thank you so much, Gas. Great job tonight, mate. We'll see you Friday night.
And thanks again to the Brave Dog.
Yep, and we'll do a little live chat, hopefully on Friday night before the game. Let's go.
Let's go. Go the Dogs.
G-Day Doggies fans, welcome to the show.